Welcome back to my channel, guys. Thank you for joining me. Yours truly, Becky. Now, I know you guys have seen me by Circe, but I have been inspired to just be myself. I've been trying to find a good name to go by, and the reason I picked Circe is because if you guys have read the book, not Homer's, what is it, the Odyssey? No, not that one, but the book that was written recently on Circe. It really resonated with that. So if you guys haven't, it's a great book. Check it out. It's by Madeline. I can't remember her last name. Anyways, I don't want to make this a long intro. So if you guys have caught some of my prior videos and you're like, why did she change her name? That's why. Source is asking me to be more authentic and more myself. And it has been a journey, guys. It has truly been a journey. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I appreciate you guys doing, you know, what you do best, just showing up and being here and supporting my channel. It means a lot. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the best lighting for this, so okay, making sure. I just look so pale in that. There, okay, that's better. So yeah, I just appreciate everything, guys. You really mean the world to me, and I thank you for just showing up, because it's awesome. It's just awesome that you guys would allow me your time. So with that being said, today we are doing a pick a card elite reading on, it's a self-alignment business and career reading. So we'll see what's going on with you in your business and career, what will help you guys get more aligned with what it is that you're looking for, and some advice and some guidance for you guys to get there. So for pile number 1, I have this peace oil. Is that upside down? Oh, good. It says peace. Okay. For pile number 2, I have cheer. And for pile number 3, we've got passion. Right, the passion is in the house, y'all. Okay, so take a moment. Think about your business and career, where you're trying to go with it, and whichever one you're called to or feel more called to, that should be the pile for you. Remember that energy is fluid, so take it as it resonates. If it don't fit, just throw it out, guys. Right? If it doesn't fit, it doesn't ship. That's it, guys. Don't try to make a big deal about it. And yeah, I've already got pile 1's card set up, but we'll go ahead and get on over there, and I will see you guys in your piles. If these resonate with you, please like these videos, share these videos, subscribe, and share your comments. I love hearing from you guys. So with that being said, I'll see you at your piles, and I love you guys. All right, for pile number 1, so those of you that chose this peace oil, this is for you. This is the business and career self-alignment. So I'm going to put this oil on just to connect with you guys' energies, because this is what you chose. Going jewelry free today. I don't know why. I usually wear jewelry all the time, so I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but I feel like maybe that's for you guys. Maybe you guys have been wearing something that you've always worn, and now you guys aren't wearing it anymore, and you're wondering why. And that could just be because you're coming more into alignment with yourself, but it could also be that maybe you just change. You know, we change after so much time. We all change, and that's just a part of the process of life, okay? So let's see what we got going on here. You guys are definitely fighting some confidence issues with your responsibilities. There's a lot of energy scare. That's what I heard. It's an energy scare. It's like you guys... Oof. All right. Wow. Okay, and then the last card's got a clarifying card, and I know why. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you guys are fighting self-confidence, right? So your role and your purpose, you're coming out as the King of Wands in the reverse, y'all, and that's funny because, I mean, it's not funny, it's interesting because your role is actually to be a very confident, self-fulfilled individual, and I feel like you guys have been listening to everybody else, or you've been trying to mirror successful people. And the thing with mirroring successful people, guys, and I'm guilty of this too, you know, don't trip on that chocolate chip, it's okay. So the thing is that when you try to mirror successful people, you're actually not being authentic to yourself. However, it is good to observe successful people to see what it is that they do, you know, like certain actions or things or routines that they may take in their life that can absolutely help you out in the long run. So don't feel like, oh, you know, like I shouldn't listen to them at all. No, like there's a reason that they're there, right? There's a reason that they were successful, is because they did certain things. So maybe this is really weird to bring up, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. One thing that really like stood out for me when I started this journey was there was a man who says, you can't be successful unless you make your bed every day. Okay, and I'm not telling you guys to make your bed. You got to do what's comfortable for you, but this just stood out for me. And he said, if you have a great day, you come home to a made bed and it makes you feel good, right? Like, oh, my bed, it's nice and clean, it's comfortable. I mean, I get to mess it up when I get in, like it's exciting. I get to cover myself however I want. And he's like, and if you've had a bad day and you weren't very productive, at least the one thing you can come home to is a made bed. And so this is like a metaphor of life. It's like if you can't have anything, at least you have one routine, and that's making your bed. So this could be, maybe you guys need to get up and meditate in the morning. If you can't have anything, at least you have every morning meditation or before bed meditation. Or maybe every day you take 5 minutes and you put it towards your dream and your goal, right? To build your self-confidence, because that's part of your role and your purpose, is to help instill confidence to people. And I think that's been a really hard portion of life for you, because it looks like your past energy is that. So it's honestly like either jealousy. Okay, and I'm not calling you guys, you know, outright jealous or manipulative or anything. It's not even that. Like, this is like a jealous energy. It's almost like when you see somebody and you see their success, it's like a hinge, a tent of envy that's like, why can't I be like that? And so that almost inspires you to become who you're, you know, like to become who they are. And whatever it is that you're doing is fine. That's what you're meant to be doing. However, you have to do it with your own authentic flair to it. You know, again, if you guys didn't watch the intro, I know it wasn't very long or anything, but the intro explains why I'm no longer going by Circe. My readings are going to change, and I'm going to be calling myself my name, which is Becky. And so that's the thing. It's like sometimes it's hard to be authentic when we think that something else is going to get us somewhere, because we see people acting a certain way. Well, maybe that's what their authentic self is, right? Yeah. Definitely a lot of spiritual upset in the past. And I feel like also too, maybe your career and your business has been affected by people who have manipulated you. They have cheated on you. So you could have been cheated on by people in the past. Maybe you're a promiscuous person, and that's not bad, okay? Like, I'm not trying to call you out, but maybe that promiscuity has actually developed into, oh, what am I going to do next? And you're more worried about people off of, you know, out of your space. Like, if you guys are getting involved with somebody, you're more worried about what that person's doing or how you can connect with that person and bring that person back into your space. Okay, and that could just be a coworker too. It doesn't have to be you sleeping around with somebody. It could just be this energy of promiscuity where you're, so what is it? The energy slut? Okay, and this sounds really crazy, but this is what I used to do all the time too, guys. It's this energy of you guys showing up and letting everybody else have a part of your energy, and you're not giving it to yourself. Right? So like the minute that somebody comes in at work, it's like you might be working on a project, and it's like the minute they walk in the door, you put your project down and you attend to them and you forget about your project. And so you're pushing deadlines, or you know, are at home and maybe you have a roommate, and every time your roommate comes home, you need to work on your college work, and you're not able to work on your college work because they want you to party. And so you give them the energy, and then again, you're pushing deadlines. Okay, that energy of always giving away and not receiving for yourself. And so there's a need for balance here for yourself. You need to make a decision to bring your energy back to you. Like, that's a very important thing. That's a very important energy that's coming through here. And so that's where your role and purpose is. Yeah, because you're meant to, you have strength in your independence and your confidence. That's where your strength is being confident in saying no. I think that's a very, very important energy coming through here, is that you guys have a hard time saying no. You guys are yes people, and maybe it's time for you to say yes to yourself and no to others instead of saying no to yourself and yes to others, okay? So, what do you want to start in your business? Yeah, so there's a lot of distraction coming through. They can't even say what you want to start in your business because you're completely distracted by other things. You guys are fighting. You're fighting your purpose, whatever it is. It's like almost like being more concerned about everybody else. Where everybody else is. What are they doing? What does everybody else think I should be doing? And you might say, no, that's not how I am, Becky. I don't do that stuff. I don't act like that. I don't say those things. And things that like this, it could be very subconscious, okay? It doesn't have to be a conscious thing. It could just be a very old pattern that is trying to be healed. You know, and sometimes these old patterns, they don't come out until they come out. It's not something you can force to come out, but as you begin to explore yourself, it is something that will come to the surface. I am feeling compelled to tell you guys, there's a journal entry. It says, honoring the magnitude of your loss. And I feel like if you guys honor whatever it is that you've lost in your life and journal about it or do like a recording about it, whatever's more comfortable for you, you guys will come into a space of finding out what it is that you guys are hiding from within yourself. Yeah, this is interesting. So the House of God came out, and the House of God is actually ending your reading in the upright. So there's a turn of fortune here. Upon realizing yourself, this is going to come from your higher self, your intuition, spirit, source, whatever it is that you believe in. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in anything. It's just a realization that's going to come through for you, okay? I'm not here to tell you what to believe in, where you need to put your energy at. I am here to give you what's coming out on the cards. But this is definitely going to be some sort of information, and it could just trickle in. Like, it's not something that could just bowl you over. It could actually be something that it's like you realize one thing and you explore that, and then you realize another thing and you explore that, and then you realize another thing and you explore that. And as you go, all of a sudden, you guys are going to hear and understand where it is that you're at and why you're letting people use your energy. Okay? You know, I don't like telling my own stories, but sometimes it helps you guys to relate to it. But, you know, for a long time, I thought I was practicing self-love, but I didn't realize I was doing that, letting people bull me over into giving them my energy. And it took me realizing that I was exhausted. I was energetically exhausted, and I feel like that's what they really want to point out here, is that you guys were energetically exhausted here and you're not realizing it, or you are tired and you're constantly sleeping or trying to take a nap or constantly having to rest because of certain things. And you know what? Let's get rid of that energy. Like, let it go, Source. Let that energy go. Bring them some clarity. Bring them some energy. Bring them some, you know, strength in this, because I feel like you guys just need someone to believe in you. You guys have Emperor energy just waiting, but I feel like you guys are spending all your time focusing on past relationships that have failed. Oh, well, you know, so-and-so cheated on me, or so-and-so, you know, manipulated me, or so-and-so just, you know, threw me to the curb. Whatever it is, you guys are focusing so much time on those past relationships instead of what you want. You know, again, this is career, but it's interesting because a lot of the energy out here, we don't have very much coin energy coming out in the way of this. And when we do a career read, you usually want to have a lot of coin energy coming through. But yeah, you guys are finding so it's almost like you guys have taken on your responsibilities and that has become your identity. And that you're so much more than that. You're so much more. Well, I feel like what you want it to become here is, man, this is crazy. You want to inspire people. You want to inspire people to change their life. You want to inspire people to make a huge change with themselves. And you want to make an impact. You want to make a huge impact. But the problem is you guys are fighting. I feel like this pattern of thought is an old addiction for you. It's almost like you guys have never actually been treated with real respect and real love. And because of that, you guys are in this place of feeling like that's what you deserve. You deserve people to give up on you. You deserve people to run the other way. You deserve people to throw you to the curb. And that's insane. That's insane. Balance. Balance is so important here. There's something that you guys want to do that you don't want to tell anybody. That's a karmic lesson coming through. You guys want to do something that's different, that's unique, that you love doing, but you're afraid of what people will see you as. But that's what you're meant to be doing, because there's abundance there. But you're not seeing the red flags of the people around you. You know, sometimes people will be very covert manipulative. Like, they'll come in and they'll pretend like they're your best friend in the world, and they'll be so nice to you, and they'll do so many good things for you. Like, maybe they'll take you out to dinner, or they'll take you out to lunch, or, you know, they'll buy you stuff, or they'll take you to shows, and they'll do this stuff. And underneath it all, in truth, they're actually just trying to get your time, because they want you to walk away from what it is that you're meant to be doing. And, you know, that's what they're saying here, is like, they're trying to call you. Source is trying to call you. Your intuition, your higher self is trying to call you and say, look, there's something else that we're meant to be doing. There's something else that we're meant to be involved in. And yet all it takes is balance. There's a need for balance. You guys are lucky people, but like 666 is a very powerful number in your life, and you guys are looking for fortunate endings. Like, you guys want to have a fortunate ending. But can you be honest with yourself? Can you be clear with yourself? Can you allow yourself to grow beyond what it is that you've been stuck in for so long? Because I feel like that's hard for you, but this has to do with absolutely your work. We finally have some coins cards coming out with the 8 of coins on the bottom and the upright with the 6 of wands. It's like there's this energy of seeing that there's success here, that there's victory, that there's an obvious luxurious outcome that's going to get you away from this energy of people that are trying to take you over, people who are trying to take your energy. But you have to make a choice. You have to allow yourself to see the red flags. This is an internal energy that you guys have to allow yourselves to acknowledge. And again, this is a self-alignment, right? This is a self-alignment reading. So regardless of how anybody out there is acting, it comes back to self. What can I do to ensure that I'm aligned with my own energy? What can I do to make sure that I'm on the right path? If somebody's trying to take my time, how can I say no in a way that is going to allow me to do what I need to do and not feel guilty? And it's like, you're going to feel guilty the first couple of times, especially if you're a yes person, because they're going to try and make you feel guilty for saying no. You know, you're taking school and it's like they want to go party. It's a Saturday night, but you got a huge test that you got to study for all weekend for Monday. But you know, if you go party on Friday night or Saturday night, they're going to want you to party all weekend, and then you're going to have to sleep all day on Sunday, and then Monday's going to be here before you know it, and you're going to be struggling to take the test because you couldn't spend time studying. How is that fair to you? It's not. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to anybody in the situation, and all because this person wanted to spend time with you? No. Like, you owe it to yourself to say no to them, whatever the situation is. It's just an example, guys. What can you offer to the outcome? So the thing is you guys are going to be successful. Something's going to change for you guys. It's almost like, I feel like whoever this is or whatever this is in your energy, it's like they're going to do something that breaks the camel's back. Like, what, you have a choice. You can make a choice to do it now, or you can let it go on and on and on until you're just finally like, I'm done. I'm done with this. But eventually what's going to happen is you guys are going to make progress regardless of a bad situation. Like, it's like, it is a terrible situation, and there is a lot of anger coming from this, and there is a lot of negativity that's surrounding it. So it's almost like you guys are in this energy like, I want to spend time with them because I have a lot of fun with them, I have a lot of good times with them, or, you know, I like doing whatever it is that you're doing at work, I like this, but there's something else that I need to be doing, but it's hard to say no. And it is a bad situation. It is a bad situation when you can't say no. Yeah, this person or the situation that's involved, they're gonna do something that, like, basically makes you see the truth. So if you guys do say no, I want you guys to be prepared that if you say no now, this person is going to show their true colors. Like, they're going to be upset, they're going to ignore you, they're not going to acknowledge you. Like, you know, maybe you're talking to them and they're not going to acknowledge you. Like, and you're going to want to go back to this old energy. But at the same time, you're in this place of like, no, like, why should I change? Like, I have done everything that you've asked me to do, or I've done all the projects that you've asked me to do, and now you're trying to make me feel bad for the amount of effort that I put into this. If that's at work, if it's a family member, if it's a friend, forget that. This person is a top level manipulator. Like I said, some people are very covert, yeah. And that's, oh gosh, I didn't even know it was on the bottom. That's the thing, when this person, so you could be dealing with a narcissist, guys. Again, it's here's the thing with narcissists. I feel like everybody's like, oh, they're a narcissist, but it's like everybody has narcissistic tendencies. Even light workers have narcissistic tendencies. We all grew up manipulating one another because it's what society does. Society manipulates us into what it is they want us to do, and so we've all grown up with that energy of like learning how to manipulate. And the thing is there's a lot of upset. There's a broken heart here. There's frustration. There's upset, and there's somebody being super cold and super unkind and like rigid against you. And the thing is that every time that happens, it's like it makes you want to go back and do whatever this person wants. That is a manipulation tactic. So say you say no and this person's like suddenly making you feel bad. It's like, oh, are you just saying no because you don't want to hang out with me anymore? Oh, you're just saying no because you think you're better than me? Like, they say stupid stuff like that. Even if it's at your job, like, they say things like this, and it's like, it makes you feel bad. And when they make you feel bad, they know that you're going to come and do whatever it is that they want. And it's up to you guys to stand firm and say no. Because you guys have an opportunity to be super successful here. You guys have an opportunity to be incredibly seen by people and acknowledged by people, and have people look up to you in a way that means something to you. But this person is, or this situation, I keep saying this person because I feel like it's a person. It could be a job though, but I really feel like this is a person. This could be a relationship, a family member, a friend. It's somebody who's very close to you though. If it's not, it's just that this position that you hold is very important to you, okay? But that's the thing. Ooh, yeah, they're greedy with your energy. I picked up the deck and the Ace of Coin in reverse came out. Yeah, they're greedy with your guys' energy. They want it all for themselves. And it's like, if it is a job, this person that's in this job wants to take credit for what it is that you're bringing to the table. And that is insane. You know, it's like, what did I watch the other day? Perfect Pairing. And she had gotten the Vaughn Family Wines account, and she was going to set up a meeting with them. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a cute movie on Netflix. It's super cute. It's really good. But anyway, she had gotten this account, and she didn't tell anybody, and then she told her quote-unquote lady that she said, oh, come on, work wife, tell me. And so she told her work wife this, and then all of a sudden her work wife, okay, her friend at work, who wasn't really her friend, but just somebody that she always helped so that she didn't get fired, went behind her back and tried to steal this account. And I mean, overall, the whole thing, it turns out okay and whatnot, but it's just interesting because that's the energy that I'm getting. It's like they butter you up to get information from you, and then when you give them information, they use it against you, or they use it in a way that makes them look better, right? And that's not good. That's not a good energy. So what makes what you offer special? Because you're the only one that can offer it. Even if people steal it, oh yeah, there's somebody in your energy that is... I want to give one more clarifying card for this, Source, please. The thing is that you guys, when you offer this particular... Yeah, when you offer this, guys, it's interesting because there's somebody in your energy field right now that thinks that they're better than you. Okay? They think that whatever it is that you have, the way that your mind works, the things that you offer, they think that that's something that they can offer. It's a very toxic situation, and you don't have any boundaries with this individual. They like to trick you, and they like to make you feel like you're not worth what you're offering. It's like basically getting you in this energy of like, oh, what is it? Making you feel like it was their idea in the first place, and you believe that to some extent, even though at the end of the day you go back home and you're like, but that was my idea. This person is very cold towards you. They're very cruel. They're emotionally distant. They don't give to you what you give to them. Like, you're obviously a very kind, compassionate person. But when you offer this, the thing is what's so special about it is that you guys are going to be a leader in this industry. And not only that, it will be abundant for you. You guys will have material wealth in this. You guys will have a creative edge. And it will actually make you shine in a way that no one can. And I feel like this person or this energy that's around you, they know that. It knows that. And it doesn't want you to shine like that, because if you shine like that, then it means that they've lost somehow. And that's... You don't lose. Like it's, if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's just kind of crazy. But yeah, this person wants you to stay confused about your boundaries. They want you to stay confused about what you have to offer. But the truth is that you guys are very spiritual. You guys are very committed to yourselves, and you guys can give that commitment back to yourself if you choose to. But I feel like you can't see that right now because this energy is in your space. So in order for you to self-align, it really does mean coming back to self, right? It does mean getting back to number one, baby, back to number one. You guys deserve that. You guys deserve to be within your own energy. I feel like I got, I don't know what that is. It's just a light. It's weird. So let's see here. What is your ideal customer? This is an interesting question. People who are like you. People who... I feel like this is something to do with the internet. Let me see if this is the card that they wanted. This is like something to do with the internet. This is something to do with online. This is something to do with people who are in their own home. Okay. People who are brokenhearted. Oh, they want both. My bad. Thank you, Source. Wow. People who are brokenhearted. People who have fallen into the shallow idealism of society. People who believe that as long as you change your outside being. So these are like people who do their makeup every day and do crazy things every day. These are people who never show up as authentic. That's your ideal customer, because it's a reflection. Like, you're going to bring a sense of reflection to them. You're going to bring a sense of energy to them that they can change their lives, that they can get into their purpose, that they can step up into their path, to see who they truly are and to love themselves. Like, I feel like that's the most important thing here, is to learn how to love themselves. The people that you are bringing in are people who have been hurt time and time again. They have broken hearts, and they try to believe people, and they try to believe the successful people, and they try to be like the successful people, and they're not able to, because that's just not a part of the journey. Hold on just a second, guys. And you guys are going to show them what love is, or how to learn how to self-love, and how to get connected with your intuition and your feelings. You guys are going to show them that. Because these people, they've lived a conceited life, promiscuous life, feeling like that's their responsibility. They've lost hope in everything. And this has become an addiction. A true addiction is this energy of not feeling like you're good enough. And they've thought that the anxiety of that, learning how to connect with themselves in a very secure way is what you're going to teach them. And it's sad really, because a lot of these people, they don't want to live this way, but that's, again, it's a societal belief that you have to be a certain way like this, and that I feel like you have taken it upon yourself to be the leader of that without realizing it. But in that, you feel like your responsibility is to follow what everybody else is. So I don't know, say you're following somebody online and you like what they say, and you feel like, if I look like them, if I talk like them, if I walk like them, then I'm going to be successful like them. But the truth is that's so far from your own authentic energy. And you might be successful for a while, but eventually people are going to notice how inauthentic that is for you, and they're going to stop following you, or they're going to stop taking you seriously, right? Because you can only be like someone else for so long before people are like, they're done with it. They don't want to deal with that. Yeah, you guys are going to learn how to heal the broken hearts of the world, and you're the only one that can do it. Like, that's what's unique about it, is that you're the only one that can do it. How can you serve them? By transforming. Having a deep transformation, letting go of what's no longer serving you, letting go of this energy of feeling like you got to be a certain way. I split the deck and the Ace of Swords comes out. I'll show you guys here. Ace of Swords coming out. So that's the thing. It's like, when you guys transform yourselves, you're going to actually serve them better. When you guys accept yourselves authentically, you guys are going to allow other people to overcome this fear of having to be what society says you are. You know, society says you gotta be 110 pounds. You can't be 6 foot tall if you're a girl. You can't be under 6 foot if you're a man. You know, you gotta be muscular, and you gotta be sexy, and you gotta have your hair a certain way, or you gotta wear certain color makeup, or you gotta be what's in style. You have to wear what's in fashion right now, you know, and that's not the case at all. That is not what it is. Authenticity is truly about shining and what makes you comfortable. You could be somebody who likes to wear sweatpants and tank tops and tennis shoes and a hat, and that could just be your style. Who cares? Like, sport it. If you can, sport it. Like, that's the thing. I mean, maybe you're in a job where you have to wear suits and stuff like that, or you have to have a dress code. But wherever you're at in life, if that's what you're comfortable with, sport it, and don't feel like you aren't being authentic just because it's not what society says. The more you in-tune yourself to that energy, the more people are going to be like, hey, that's a good energy. Like, I want to be like that. And they're going to ask you what you did. And it's like, have you ever seen that meme that says, oh, happiness, in this guy's stomach it says happiness, and the other person's like, hey, I've been looking for that. Where did you find that? And then it says, I found it within me. Like, that is so true. It's like, you guys have to find it within yourself. You guys have to learn to embrace that for yourself. And it is hard. It is hard because we've been told that we don't fit in. We've been told that nobody fits in, and the only way that you fit in is if you act like somebody famous, and that's... Come on, get out of here. Let me get a clarifying card for this. That's where your stability is at, too, in your transformation. You guys could have Scorpio energy. Interesting. I have repeat messages coming out. Transforming your luck. So that's the thing. Like, you guys have been transforming, but you haven't been transforming in the way that's right for you. Like, it's like kind of what I was saying at the beginning of the video, you know, like, I was going by Circe because I really resonated with that story, and I thought that that was something that was authentic to me. The story is, but being her is not, right? And what I fell in love with her was the fact that she's truly herself. Like, if you've read that book, it's by Madeline, I can't remember her last name, but it's just Circe. Like, that's the name of the book, and it's a beautiful book. It's wonderful. It talks about all the Greek gods, Helios and everything, and when she gets exiled to Aiea, and the thing is that it's like you guys have been transforming yourself, constantly transforming yourself, but it hasn't been in the right way. It hasn't been for yourself. It's been so that, oh, that person's successful, I'm going to mirror myself after them. That person's successful, I'm going to mirror myself after them. 3131 is showing up right now. It's like you guys are in this energy of being everyone but yourself, okay? And that's what's been hard for you guys. And so this is a completion for you guys to find your own stability in being yourself, being who you are, whatever that is. Yeah. Oh, I love this. We got the Empress, Justice, and the Three of Cups. Celebrating that you being honorable and honest to yourself is what makes you just shine beyond. That's like the most beautiful thing here. Again, we have balance coming out. We have this beautiful feminine energy coming through. I feel like you guys run from your femininity. It's like it's easy to be masculine. It's easy to be in this energy of constantly working. It's easy to be in this energy of constantly overdoing, but it's hard to be in a receptive energy. And that's why, you know, like sometimes you just have to change things entirely. Like if what you're doing isn't working, can you be brave enough to just change that all around? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had a channel before this one, and I was putting in so much work. So much work. I was posting 6 videos every day. Sometimes I would post 4 videos every day, 2 videos, but I would never go a day without at least posting 1 video, and it would get crazy. And I was exhausted, and every day I was worried about all the videos, all the videos, all the videos, all the videos, and I decided to pull back because I couldn't. I was sleeping, I was tired, I was overwhelmed, and it was like really hard for me because all my life I put what I considered 110% was to overwork myself. And Source asked me to step back so that I could be receptive, and that's been a hard journey for me because I didn't know what that meant. Well, sometimes it means just doing things differently, and now I post a video every 2 weeks. Why? Because I realized that to give you guys a reading that resonates to home and get you all the messages that you need means that I don't rush it. I take my time, I let the messages come out, and that's different for me because before I was rushing it, trying to fit everything into 10-minute readings, trying to fit everything into 15-minute readings, and I always felt like I missed messages because I would end the video and I would see more messages on the table. And, you know, that's the thing. It's like I feel like I was gypping people. And that's not fair. So I just ditched the channel. I ditched it. I didn't even say bye. I just ditched it. And that sounds so rude. And honestly, guys, when I did it, it was like I could breathe again. Like I didn't do the wrong thing. Maybe I should have said something, but at the end of the day, it's like it didn't even matter. It just didn't. It was like it wasn't that huge. It wasn't that crazy. It wasn't anything like that. Sometimes you just have to ditch your efforts. Like I put in all this effort, and that was really hard for me because I worked on that channel for a long time, guys. Like I'm just gonna say it. It was over a year for a long time. But it wasn't authentic because all I was doing was I was trying to put out quantity over quality, and what this channel focuses on is quality, and I feel like that's important for you guys. You need to focus on your quality authenticity rather than quantity. Like how many people can I mirror myself after? How many people can I experience in life so that I can become successful? You guys are already successful. You guys just need to embrace your inner feminine. That's the truth. So that's the thing, like how can you serve them? It's a transformation, but it's a transformation for yourself. Embracing your sacral chakra energy. I have the right to feel. I have the right to express my emotions. I have the right to love. You know, right now you're dealing with a lot of bad fortune, but what you're not realizing is that your bad fortune comes from whoever broke your heart in the past, whoever was cheating on you, whoever, you know, whoever it is that you give your energy to all the time. That's what that fortune is, that misfortune is coming from. And it's interesting in this reading, there's a lot of fortune coming through. Like they're making that well known. All of my cards that have to do with fortune have come out in this reading. And so it's just interesting that that is a repeat underlying message that keeps coming through for you guys. This is also about you guys getting on your path of purpose, which is so important. So important. What do I do? What do I need to start? How do I say this? Like, it's just honestly being honest with yourself. Like that's just real talk right there. And I feel like you guys could start by healing your sacral chakra, whether that's doing yoga or meditation or breath work or, you know, just doing dancing. That can help you heal your sacral chakra. You know, you could be like, Becky, I don't know how to dance. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Just put on your favorite tunes, and even if you do the head bob and a couple of steps back and forth, that's still you guys embracing that sacral chakra energy. That's still embracing that very powerful, powerful energy. So let yourselves do that, okay? Let yourselves do that. That's part of your purpose. You guys need to start embracing who you are. You guys are so afraid of yourselves. Yeah. And being creative is very important for you on this journey right now. Begin again. That's what I heard right now. Begin again. Don't be afraid to begin again. Ooh, yeah. Why? Because you guys are going to get assistance. And it's weird because we have the Nine of Wands coming out. And my Nine of Wands literally talks about being frustrated because you have to start again. Like, that's what it talks about. When it's in the upright, it talks about having to start over. Like, having to squash a project, scrap a project, scrap a project, whatever you guys want to call it, and having to begin again. But Source is giving you guidance this time. Like, this time you're being led by Source. You guys are being led by a deeper love. And having faith. And I feel like 11 is a very powerful number for you. And 11 is all about spiritual growth. And so as you guys embrace your journey, you guys are going to grow spiritually. And in a way, it's just different. It's different than what you have done before. And if you guys are on the spiritual journey, that's okay. I understand some people do come on to tarot readings just because they want guidance in life. And it's kind of weird how the cards seemingly tell you things, right? And I get that. That's cool. So if you guys aren't on the spiritual journey, that's fine. What's going to happen is that you guys are going to personally develop in a way that you hadn't before. And that's going to bring you a lot of strength. Okay, that's going to bring you a lot of good things in life, right? And you want that. You want to have those things in life. I keep getting caught on my dread dangle is what I was going to call it, but it's like my dread jewelry. I have a little moon. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a moon there, and I have a moon over here. Right there. But overall, it's beautiful. Letting go of people who leave you catatonic. Letting go of situations that just aren't building. Letting go of confusion and illusion. And you're repressing energy. I think you're repressing the fact that you're very spiritual by nature. Even if you guys aren't spiritually inclined or right now, I feel like you guys are repressing the fact that you're spiritual by nature. We're a spirit having a human experience. And that's part of our journey, is learning to be human while also maintaining our spirituality. And spirituality is not religion. Spirituality is whatever it is to you. So that could just be working out, right? That's a mind-body connection, and that's very spiritual by nature. It could be meditating. It could be doing Tai Chi. It could be doing Taekwondo. It could be these things, it could be yoga. It could be anything, really. But it's like, when you guys find what works for you, stick with it. And that's where you need to start at. But the biggest thing here is to connect yourself to your sacral chakra energy, because it's very closed off right now. It's very closed off, and you guys are afraid to feel your emotions. It's almost like you guys have an emotion that comes up, and and it's like, oh my gosh, if I feel that, I'm a terrible person. So maybe somebody's being really mean to you, and you have this feeling of like, man, I just really hate their guts. Like, they're just jerks, and they're stupid, and I wish that they would just get their comeuppance. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like, I shouldn't feel that. Like, I'm a good person. It's like, well, good people have feelings, okay? Like, you guys shouldn't run away from your feelings. You just shouldn't. Like, good people can feel bad things. That's just a part of life, okay? So, don't limit yourselves. If you guys need to write out a hate letter, write it out. And don't be afraid that somebody's looking over your shoulder, because that's how it feels when you first do it. It feels like somebody's looking over your shoulder, and you're going to get in trouble because of that. No. Back up and do what you need to do and write that hate letter, okay, my babes? Like, seriously. Seriously. And are you prepared? Overall, I would say yes. I don't really like yes or no questions, but I would say yes, because you have the Tower in the upright, clarified by the Queen of Swords, also in the upright. You guys are ready to defend your project and yourselves. I just don't think you're aware of it right now. I think that there's all this other mess that's going on that you guys have to deal with it. But like I said, something's going to change. And when it changes, when you guys realize that this person just wants you guys to do what they want you to do, or you realize that this job just wants you to do what you want to do, you're going to begin to take action for yourself. You guys are going to say, okay, what works for me? What doesn't work for me? And, maybe a pros and cons list is something that you guys need to do. Maybe, right? You have to do what works for you, but you're done. It's like you're done with people acting cruel towards you. Yes, I love this. So we began the reading. Before I even look at what this card is, we began the reading with the King of Wands in the reverse. We're ending the reading with the King of Wands in the upright on the bottom. And the Magician. Beautiful. You guys are going to learn how to manifest clarity in your life, but beyond clarity, you guys are going to learn how to manifest self-sufficiency and confidence and belief in yourself. And that's something that's good for you guys. You're going to learn how to inspire yourself to do what fits for you, because you're tired of people trying to take from you. That's the thing, like, you guys are so tired of people trying to take from you, and maybe that's not something you realize just yet. You're tired of people making it your responsibility to take care of them, right? You're tired of them being like, oh, but, you know, Sasha, you're always taking care of me. Like, you always know what to say to me. You always know how to make me feel better. It's like, finally something's going to click for you and you'll be like, but it's your job to make you feel better. And they're going to be upset about it. And that's going to be hard, right? That's going to be really hard for you. But at the same time, it's like, the first time you do it, it's going to feel really bad. And then after a while, you're going to feel better. And the next time you do it, you're going to be like, why didn't I do this earlier? And then it's going to just keep getting easier and easier and easier for you. I do want to get you guys some guidance from the angels, spirit guides, or goddesses. So I don't know who's going to come out, but I am going to open this up and we'll see what angel pile 1 can work with, what guide, what goddess, who can pile 1 work with that'll help them along this journey. Okay. I love this. Shakti. Okay, Shakti is a Hindu goddess. She's taught. I love this, guys. I can't make this up. Okay, I had the book closed and I just flipped it open. Find a fulfilling career, create abundance, to get pregnant. But I feel like that's also to manifest what it is that you want in life, to create what you want in life, and to birth that into life. Okay. Understanding your life's purpose. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. I love this. Connecting with your divine feminine. Didn't I say that earlier in the reading? Oh my gosh, I just love you, Circe. Thank you so much. Okay, so your invocation says, invoking the power of Shakti allows you to connect with your incredible power of limitless creation. She is the personification of the divine feminine. When you call upon her, you'll immediately be surrounded by a feeling of warmth, acceptance, and love. Imagine all of your requests arriving to your life in a divinely magical way. A beautiful way to call upon her is to fill a nice bowl with salt water and float some flowers, perhaps a floating candle on the surface. Gaze gently into the water and ask for her assistance. You could say the following: Shakti, divine mother of us all, help me manifest the abundance and joy that is my birthright. Help me see through your eyes of love rather than through my eyes of judgment and fear. I give thanks for all blessings, right? And that's, again, the fear comes from that feeling like you have to be what society has said that you had to be. Shakti means the force and power of feminine energy. She represents fundamental creative force underlying the cosmos and the energizing power behind all of divinity. The whole universe is a manifestation of Shakti. She is a multidimensional goddess with many names, numerous personalities, and many different aspects. Shakti represents the dynamic, creative, and proactive principles of feminine power. Lakshmi is one of her common representations. She is the Hindu goddess of wealth, light, wisdom, fortune. What did I say, guys? Fortune has come out so many times here. Luck, beauty, courage, and fertility. She is called the daughter of the sea and is often pictured as a beautiful young woman standing in the center of a fully open lotus flower. So you guys can check out Shakti, see if she has any additional messages for you guys. I am shocked that came out. I mean, I'm never shocked, but I'm always shocked, right? Because Circe is just such a powerful energy. For me, whether you guys believe in anything or not, there is a higher power that's guiding us always. And it's just such a beautiful thing to me when that confirmation comes through. If you guys don't believe in it, that's fine. This is just that confirmation. Again, you guys find the cards, and it's like interesting to you guys because it's like, oh, the cards do speak, right? The cards tell the truth. That's it. Now, be mindful of readers, because not every reader is going to read the truth. Like, some readers just want to tell you what you want to hear. That's not anything I will ever do, even if it's a terrible message. As much as I dislike it, I will say what the cards are saying, okay? What I feel is coming. I'm a very intuitive reader. I read by energy, and I will always say what's coming through. So that's something that has not ever changed. And then I love how Source always confirms it with the oracle cards that I have and with the messages at the end of the reading. So I'm just going to get you guys some oracle energy here, but I feel like it's super important for you guys to connect with that divine feminine. Okay, they want this one. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. You've got fire energy, which is Aries, Leo, Sag. So they definitely want you guys to embody this energy of being fearless, really, is the thing here. It's like being fearless on your journey, because when you guys are fearless on your journey, you're going to have this beautiful opportunity in front of you. So, oh, I do want to get you guys some guidance. I don't want to leave you without some guidance. So let me get all these out first, and then I'll get you guys some guidance. Yes, there's a lot of oracle cards. I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I just want to make sure that we have enough confirmations and clarifications along the way that you guys know what you can do for yourselves. And again, it comes down to you guys using your intuition and your own... Okay, that's way too many. Your own discernment. You know, discernment's hard on this journey, but you guys will know what's best for you. You'll feel called to it. It'll feel light. When you guys ask yourself something, do you get a gut feeling about it? Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? You know, and follow that. Follow what feels good for you. Okay? Sometimes you'll follow something because you're afraid of it. Wow. Okay, they want this one here. Thank you, Source. Yeah, power of attraction for you guys. And I'm going to grab some of my messages. These are just channeled messages. I know my bag's not fancy. I don't really have another bag to put them in, guys. So we go with what works. Okay. They want 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's see what the channel messages say first. I miss you. Okay, so maybe you guys have cut somebody off and they're missing you now. And that's why they're trying to make you guys feel guilty for what it is that you've done. They're trying to make you guys feel guilty for the balance you're bringing in. Yeah, this is a soul contract that needs to be cleared out. Okay? Source saying this is something that you guys need to let go of. You need to overcome. Let go of control and enjoy the ride. Yeah, so stop trying to control the way everything goes and just let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be, yeah, let it be. Right, the Beatles, I think, sang that song. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. So, okay, let me get some guidance for you guys first, and then we'll check out your oracle cards. Oh, that song stuck in my head. Let it be, yeah, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Okay. So we've got the 6 of Swords. Let's see what else. Yeah, you guys definitely want to leave the situation. And we've got the 8 of Cups and the Moon. It's very emotional for you guys. This could be family. It could be friends. Okay, they want this one. I have my cards upside down. My bad, I got my cards upside down. Okay. But this is a completion for you. Oh my goodness. So what's going to happen is you guys are going to figure out how to have a heart-to-heart with them about how you feel. Okay? And that's your guidance, really, is just to truly be open about yourself and how you feel about the situation, how you feel about what's going on. Because once you do, you're going to be able to find happiness within yourself and realize that you guys are completing a cycle. And that's going to bring you into some feeling of success, some feeling of abundance within your heart and your soul. And I feel like that's going to give you guys way to taking action on your path, your journey, your business, your career. You know, again, this is supposed to be a career reading, but really this is about you aligning your heart, your feelings, and your emotions, right? And that's not been easy for you. I feel like you've kept something secret within your heart. And honestly, I feel like that secret comes from you guys not saying how you truly feel about what's going on. Like when they manipulate you, you do feel it and you do realize it. And it's like you just haven't said anything and hoping that maybe if I don't say something, it'll go away. But you guys are going to have a heartfelt conversation here. Like there's definitely something that's coming through. There's definitely an energy of like, I need to, something's going to fire you up and you're going to be like, I have to say something. I have to get it off my chest. I have to get it out. And you're going to. I feel like 222 is a very powerful number for you. It says love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this is truth. Some number 16, which is 7. Yeah, you guys do have love all around you. You guys are learning how to see things from a loving perspective. And I feel like that's been a big challenge for you too, because it's like every time this happens, you just feel worse and worse about yourself. And so something's going to happen. They're going to snap. Or something's going to change in your mindset and your perspective. You're going to be like, look, I love you, but I can't do this anymore. I care about you, but this is not the way I think that it needs to be. I have to do what's right for me. Like attracts like. Number 2. What did I say? 2 is a powerful number for you guys. If you like more love, be more loving, right? Okay, and so there's this importance of you guys learning to love not only everybody around you, but most importantly yourself. Like if you look in this card, this fairy, she's holding on to herself and it just keeps like mirroring again and again and again. And so there's like this energy of learning how to love yourself with eyes of the divine. And as you learn to love yourself with the eyes of the divine, you guys are going to come into this space of understanding that you can approach anybody from a kind, compassionate energy. We have Gaia nurturing. So it's very important, again, to connect with that energy, that divine feminine energy, and loving yourself, taking care of yourself. I love how these 2 cards definitely mirror each other, like this beautiful flowers up at the top. You see all these flowers and animals here, and she has all these flowers and butterflies in her hair. Like there's just this beautiful energy here coming through. And you guys are learning how to blossom in your own right without somebody being that person that's guiding you or weighing you down. Yeah, we have fog veiled. So there's definitely some clarity that's coming through for you on this journey. There's, like I said, something's going to happen. It's like you guys are going to see this person for who they are. There's going to be something that really just arises for you. You're going to be like, that person really isn't manipulating me. They really are. Like they've done all this and they've kept doing it. They might not seem like they're manipulating you, but you're going to see it. Like you're going to actually see behind the scenes. You're going to see how they are behind the scenes. I love this. We've got number 10, leadership elephant. Why? Because you're meant to be a leader. More flowers coming out. Yeah, you guys are definitely growing. You guys are blooming into something beautiful. Something absolutely beautiful. Like before, you guys are going to show people with broken hearts how to discover themselves, whether that's what you intended to or not. And it's going to be in your own way. Like, you know, it could be through tarot reading. It could be through speaking publicly. It could be through drawing. It could be through writing. It could be through anything. Okay? It doesn't have to be any one thing. Don't limit yourself. Do what makes you happy. I cannot make this stuff up. The North Node, destined to have. Your North Node is what we're uncomfortable going after. Right? Your North Node is what you're destined to have in this life. The South Node is what we're destined to release. And those are the things that we're super comfortable with in life that, you know, just comes like second nature to us. And those are the patterns that we have to release. And so again, what I was saying earlier in your reading is how this is like something that could be subconscious for you doing without realizing. And that's something that would fall under your South Node. And so you guys are headed towards your North Node. This is a beautiful reading. I'm so super stoked about this. We have Golden Seal, Masculine South, Sun, and Fire. Number 26, 8. There's definitely some karmic cycles that are coming through here. I'm going to read this for you guys. I cannot make that up. I just turned right to it. Golden Seal. I am Golden Seal. I am Power Root. I am one of the most versatile plants. My roots are used for digestive problems, ulcers, cankers, or any open wound. That is that confirmation that this is definitely a wound in your energy, something that happened when you were a child, feeling like that's what you deserved all along. I help get rid of what upsets you. My medicine for you is to help you heal that which is causing the internal pain. What or who is getting under your skin? Open your eyes and get to the root of the problem. Your ability to communicate will bring you the abundance and prosperity you are seeking. And I said you guys are going to communicate. There's going to be something that lights that up, and you guys are going to communicate with them. You're going to be like, no, this is, I'm over it. Enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. Alright, so the Sacred Rebel card that you got, the world wants to be written. Number 42, with all these beautiful monarch butterflies coming up. I love this, being connected with Source through your crown, getting guidance, your higher self. Your third eye is your intuition, guys. 42 is number 6. 6 is all about balance. We've had 6 throughout your reading, just kind of like crazy. Again, another confirmation. I'm going to read this to you guys. Let's see what this card says. This is my Sacred Rebel deck. These cards are absolutely gorgeous. It says you might have been taught that creativity is something you have to work hard to access, or that finding your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it, yet what you are is within you and wants to come out at every available opportunity. You don't have to struggle so much. It is more about allowing space for it to manifest and to let the energy flow. The real struggle is not in finding something. It is more about letting go of the idea that you need to search for your path in the first place. You see, the process of activating your life path is a natural one. The effort is in getting out of the way and not making something happen. As for you being yourself, that is the foundation from which your true life path will reveal itself. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love, honor, and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where you might be more tempted to reject and judge. Give the Sacred Rebel within the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet with general social acceptance. This oracle brings you the message that what you are dreaming of or seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural for you. That is why you want to do it. If you experience controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, guys, I cannot make this stuff up. I can't. I love this. Thank you, Source. You would have found it hard to access your natural state at the time. You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood. When you finish navigating childhood and start to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path was not easily accessible. That is simply because your true and natural self is covered by layers of shame from early conditioning that you had to be other than you are in order to win, love, or be acceptable. However, that natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Now it is just about chipping away at the walls of shame, perhaps with a defiant, "Who the hell cares? I am here. I'm going to love myself anyway." This allows you to risk bearing the feelings of any shame that arises as you release old emotional wounds and break away from the restraints to unconditional self-love. The Sacred Rebel within can empower you to love yourself no matter what, simply because you want to. You must decide to declare, "I am still lovable," so put that in your pipe and smoke it. This will send an energetic message to whomever shamed you in the first place, whether they meant to or not. Your message could be going to a parent, school teacher, sibling, friend, lover, anyone else that was struggling enough with their own shame wound that they couldn't help but dump it onto you. You can be free to realize that the shame is just an emotion, not a truth, and can defy any hold that has ever had on you or your ability to love yourself. This oracle brings you the guidance that you are now powerful enough to break the cycle. It is time to stop the shame and claim yourself in love instead. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so beautiful, guys. This is such a beautiful reading. I'm so super excited for you guys. It has been deeply satisfying to connect with your guys' energy. You guys are just wonderful souls. And you guys need to give yourselves more credit. I feel like you guys don't give yourself enough credit, and part of loving yourself is giving yourself credit for what you've been through. It's been hell. It's been hard. It's been deeply unsettling. But at the end of the day, it's made you who you are, and you can embrace who you are fully because that's what you've been meant to do all along. You've been meant to be this confident, beautiful individual who can manifest anything you want in your life. And you have everything you need to do so. It's you guys choosing to say yes to yourself and stop saying yes to everybody else around you. I love you guys. Thank you so very much for being here with me. I appreciate your guys' energy and your time. Hit that thumbs up button down below if it resonates. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you guys never miss a reading. They come out every other Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If not, they'll come in at the same time every Wednesday. So guys, make sure you guys check that out. And I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys so much. May you guys find that courage and confidence from within. May you guys have the success that you desire. And may you never, ever, 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 ever fear who you are at your core, because you are beautiful and the world needs people like you, Pile 1. With that being said, I'm going to get out of here. But until we meet each other again, I love you guys and peace out. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Pile 2. Thank you for giving me your guys' precious asset, your time. This is for those of you that chose the cheer. Oh, I can get it there, guys. I got you. The cheer. I don't know which way it goes. It goes one way. It goes the other. If y'all are looking for some cheer in your life and this is the pile you chose, this should be for you. Before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Connect with your guys' pile. I love the smell of this stuff. Just a second here, guys. Okay, guys. So I've got your cards all set here for you. And again, this is a self-alignment. So this is about your career, but this is about aligning with self and what it is that you can do to get to your path of purpose, or what you're meant to be doing and what makes you guys happy. So let me go ahead and get these set out for you in the spread. Ooh, okay. Down, so I got enough room here. Okay. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So you guys definitely don't lack passion in your life, that's for sure. Alright. So first and foremost, like, you guys, I feel like you think that you're a failure. Like, you are telling yourselves that you're a failure, and that's not fair to yourself. Like, you guys have just outgrown something, and that's okay. So maybe you guys tried to make something successful and it just didn't work for you guys. It fell apart. And so you guys are actually communicating to yourself. It's like you guys are trying to protect this with everything that you have. You guys are trying to be the best of the best with this, and it's just not working out for you in the way that you thought that it would. And so you guys are kind of mean to yourselves, to be honest, and that's not fair. Like, it's not fair for you guys. Yeah, and there's an opportunity on the table for you guys to grow and expand beyond what it is that you know. Okay, and what it could be is that whatever it is that you've outgrown, it could just be that you guys are going to bring some new energy into it to make it really truly your own, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Like, you don't want to give up on that. You don't want to just throw that to the wind, but sometimes you have to just recalibrate where it is that you're going. And I feel like that is the overall energy here. You guys have communicated to yourself that you're no good. You're not broken, all right? Nobody's broken. Like, you're not broken. You just have to realign yourselves, and that's okay. It feels like you guys have put a lot of work into whatever it is that you're doing, whether that's a job, a business, a passion, whatever it is. You guys have definitely put a lot of energy into it. It's just not aligning just yet because there's some underlying patterns that you guys need to get through with yourself, with your internal heart, with your mind, your mindset, and how you perceive the world around you. Okay? So that's why I feel like you guys had cheer, because you guys need to see yourself with love and be happy about where you're at on the journey, instead of trying to see things from like, oh, I have to be here, I have to be there, I have to be somewhere I'm not. Like, you guys need to just be present with where you are and just keep moving with where you're at in this now moment. That is so much easier said than done. I totally get it, guys. It's alright. You don't have to be like, Becky, really? Like, that's what everybody says. No, it's like, that's the energy coming through. I understand that everybody says that, but it's just a practice. You guys have to keep practicing it, and you guys will get better. If you practice it, you will get better. Like, it's not like something you just keep practicing and it doesn't come to fruition. No, like, you will get better at it, okay? It will come to pass. Your role and your purpose, I feel like you guys, let me get a clarifying card here. It's like you guys need to complete a cycle. Honestly, that's the first thing I have to say. Like, your role and your purpose is to truly complete a cycle. May I please have a clarifying card for this? Okay. Yeah, they're just being really honest. So I'm just trigger alert for those of you that pick pile 2. I'm just gonna say that before we get into it. If you guys get triggered really easily, just be aware, okay? You guys are persistent, that's for sure. So maybe you guys are just persistent in your healing, and that's a good thing. And so you guys are ready to hear this, but you guys wouldn't be here if you're not ready to hear it. There's a greed that's coming through here. It's like you guys are so hell-bent on making money that you're not ending a cycle, and the cycle is just to trust and to have faith in the process and to walk through the door of knowing that you are good enough for what it is that you desire. There's this fly that's chilling out on the camera, like he's crawling across it, like, whatever guys, like, I'm here. Yeah, so you guys are definitely persistent in what it is that you want, and you guys continue to go towards it, which is fine, but this is an underlying mindset that's coming out, and it comes from that, like, you guys really think that you're a product of how much money you have in your pocket. You guys really think that you're a product of what it is that you've got in the bank, and that's not fair to you. You are the same person, whether you have $1 in the bank or whether you have $10 million in the bank. You are still the same person, okay? And don't let anybody convince you you're not. You should be the same person. You should still show up the same way. Everybody lets money become an attitude or a personality for them, and it's not. It's a thing. It's a tool in life, okay? Money is just a tool in life. You just need to calm down. It doesn't make you great. It doesn't make you bad. It just allows you to enjoy life, or it allows you to struggle through life, depending on how you view it. It's all about how you view it. And right now, your path and your purpose actually has to do with how you're viewing your finances. It's how you view the way you see the world right now, and how you think that your impact in the world means that you have to have a ton of money, or that you have to be a certain place, have a certain car, have a certain house, okay? And actually, I feel like that's why it's your path of purpose, is because you guys may become financial advisors for people, or financial coaches for people in the future. This is just for some of you. This may not resonate with all of you guys, but whatever it is that you guys do, you're actually going to help the world change their view on the way they see money, okay? And that's very clear in your guys' reading. So your path and purpose is to complete this cycle and to complete this pattern, to let it go so that you guys can overcome it. Yeah, and to be very clear with yourself about what it is that you're not healing. Like, it's really difficult for you guys to cope with reality, and your reality is coping with money. You don't want to be honest with yourself. So maybe you guys, okay, so this is just an example, but this is the example that they're giving me. You guys bought a car recently, okay? And as I said that, I cannot make this up. A truck drove right by. Like, there's nobody out here to this side of where I'm at. No one. And so the truck drove right in front of the window there. And so that's just coincidence, right? No, that's confirmation. So this is why Source wants to say it. It's like you guys maybe purchased a car recently, and you guys are struggling to make the payment. So maybe you have to make it late, and then you always have a late fee, but that's the only way that you can pay it, so that you guys can also pay rent or also keep your house. And it's just so that you guys can have this facade that you are better off than where you're at. It's like, can you be honest with yourself and maybe go buy a car from a private individual and actually have title in hand so you don't have a car payment? Like, or get an older car so you don't have so high of a car payment, right? I mean, you have to do what's best for you, but this is just an example here. It's like they really want you guys to be honest with yourself about what you're not healing. And what you're not healing has to come down to facing reality about your money and where you're at financially, and being clear about that, and being okay with where you're at right now. Like, your money doesn't make or break you, okay? I understand we need money to survive in life, and this is a career reading, but it's hard to manifest money when you see money as the have-all, be-all, end-all. Like, it's really hard to manifest money that way. It's really hard to bring success into your life that way, because you really believe that you aren't good enough, or you really believe that you will only be good enough when. And that's not the case here. So they're making that very clear here. Like, it's, you guys are good enough as you are in this moment, and you guys actually have something very beautiful to offer the world, but I don't think that you're ready just yet, because there's some healing that needs to be done here, okay? Which is why we're doing this reading. Are you guys kidding me? Do you see that? That's the fly. Okay, I can't make that up. That is the fly right there, chilling on the camera face. Okay, so if you guys think flies are gross, I can't help it. Flies are everywhere. They just come in when you open the door. That is a trip. That has never happened before. That has never... He's just chilling. He just wants to be here with the reading, guys. I'm not going to swat him away. Why? He's here for purpose. Everything is a confirmation. Everything is a sign. There he goes. So, why do you want to start this business? You let go of something. A partnership, a relationship, a situationship. It fell apart. And that's why. But it's because of this. That's the only reason why you're trying to do what it is that you're doing now, is to appear a certain way. Is to appear better off. Maybe it's like you broke up and it's like you want them to see how good you are without them. Right? Well, the only way to do that is to truly work on yourself. There's nothing you can purchase in the outside world that's going to make somebody miss you. You working on yourself is what makes people miss you. Yeah. You guys are so concerned with your financial status right now. Okay, we got the Queen of Coins coming out the reverse. And she's very like... Oh, she's so rude, okay? And she's so manipulative when she's in the reverse. Like, she's just not a very good character. But in this, it's almost like your your future is focused on your coin. It's like, when I get $1 million, this person is finally going to see me for who I am. When I get this person is finally going to understand who I am. But you guys are missing the point. You guys have to overcome this barrier. You guys have to take a leap of faith. You guys have to allow yourself to let go of thinking that the responsibility lays on you guys taking action only towards your money. Because you guys do have an opportunity. You guys have a decision to make, but your broken heart is what's driving your bad luck. Like, you guys are in this place of feeling upset, and it's like your emotions are driving you to do whatever it is that you're doing. What happened, Pile 2? Like, I'm really sorry about that. Like, I am really sorry about what's going on and that this is how you feel. Like, you don't feel good enough to do what you're meant to be doing. Like, that's insane. You are good enough in this now moment, and it doesn't matter what another person did to you. I'm not discrediting how it made you feel, because how you feel is valid. But at the end of the day, it's like, if they let you go or if they did something to push you away, that's their loss, okay? And that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Can you be okay with that? You know? You don't need a fancy new car. You don't need a fancy new home. You don't need a fancy new shoes. You don't need a new fancy wardrobe. Like, you need to be you and take care of you, because that is what's coming out here. Like, this is you needing to end a cycle. This has happened before, where you've gotten your heart broken or you've gotten manipulated in the past, and then that feeling has driven you guys towards doing something that's actually not good for you. So you're not in alignment at all. Like, it may feel like you guys are in alignment, but you're not in alignment at all. Now I understand why I chose cheer for number 2, because you guys needed some cheer in your life. You need some happiness in your life. Well, happiness is an inside job, guys. Like, it is truly an inside job. You got to seek for it within, and the only way to do that is to do the things that make you happy. Paint, draw, sing, I don't know, play hopscotch, go hula hoop, go jump rope, whatever it is that brings you back to your childhood. Do something like that so you guys can bring some laughter back into your life. When was the last time you laughed? I really am, like, my heart is really going out to you guys, Pile 2. Like, it really is. Like, may you guys find some courage to truly see yourself through the eyes of the divine, because you guys are wonderful people. You guys have a good energy about you. It's like, I feel like you guys are just people pleasers, or you always call in toxic energies and you're not sure why. You guys could be very empathic by nature, right? Well, that is your toxicity, is by allowing yourself to bend over to these toxic relationships and giving them so much of yourself. That's your toxic trait. Okay? And that, I'm not saying you're a toxic individual, but we all exhibit toxic traits, and owning and honoring those toxic traits allows us to grow beyond them and to overcome them and to face them with love. Right? That part of you needs love. It's calling out for you to love it. Um, what what would you like it to become? Like, you have an idea, that's for sure. Like, you want it to be spiritual. You want it to be a guidance system for people to start following. You want it to be a place for people to honor their truth, and you want people to ask you for advice. And I think that that is very authentic to you, but how you're doing it or how you're going about it is not authentic. You want people to see you as a leader. You want people to honor the fact that you've done a lot and you've gone through a lot, and you have. But overall, the overlying money here is to be successful and to have money and to be equal give and take. Like, I give you advice, you give me money. I give you my service, you give me money. Like, that's the underlying energy here. It's like you're not, whatever you're not doing it from the goodness of your heart. You're doing it because there's an ulterior motive, right? Whether you're aware of it or not, I really feel like this could be subconscious for a huge portion of you guys. Yeah, you lack boundaries, you're exhausted, you're emotionally spent, and you keep working on something even though you guys are intruded by people in your family and your friends. Like, they keep bothering you about it, they keep telling you stuff about it, and it's like you keep working towards this. So you guys could be working just to improve or to impress people in your family, to make them see that you're something that you're not. But you guys don't want to let go of this limited view that you have on life. Very limited. It's very short-sighted view, and that's money. It's like, oh, if I do this, I'm going to make a lot of money. If I do this, I see other people being successful at this, I'm going to make money. But that's not, you're good at it, but that doesn't mean that you're going to make money at it, because if it's not authentic, then money can't follow you if you're not being authentic. The way that money works, the way the energy of money works, is when you're happy and you're healthy from within, then it just naturally follows you. Like, that is something that they don't talk about in the manifestation world. They basically just say, oh, choose something, and then you can manifest whatever you want. It has to be in alignment with you. We see you're not in alignment. Obviously, because you're not in alignment, you're not receiving anything. And the way that this spread is set up, it's very much like the Fibonacci sequence. And that Fibonacci sequence, they talk about it in yoga, that's been around since the beginning of time. The cosmos is built on the Fibonacci sequence. It's this unfurling of who you are. It starts out small, like the fern, and the fern starts in this little tiny circle, and then it begins to unfurl and become open, and it opens up, and that's the Fibonacci sequence, right? And so what's going on right now is it's like you're stuck in this curl, and you're not able to unfurl yourself. And it's like finding out how to release this and let go and come into something that's more aligned with your own journey. That's very important for you. It's very important for your path right now. What can you offer to the outcome right now? It's facing reality. You're so defensive. Like, it's like you're so angry and defensive. It's like you're defending your past and you're defending your future based on what you're doing, and not seeing the truth of it for yourself. You're not allowing yourself to deal with it. You guys could be dealing with a legal trial as well. There could be something like in the courts right now. There could be like a divorce. It could be like a custody case. Could be whatever, but there could be definitely some court proceedings going on right now. And it's like, basically, it's like, if I keep feeling this energy of the get rich quick. It's like you're in this energy of like, if I just get rich quick, then I'll get everything that I want, and I will prove to them that I'm somebody that they wanted all along, or that I'm the person that they never thought that I could be. Yeah, and you're manifesting that. You are hell-bent on manifesting that. That is what you want. You want to manifest the money. That's all you want. And guys, that's not a bad thing. Okay, that's not a bad thing. But there's some hidden energies that are coming through right now about your happiness. And it's like you're not being clear about what's actually making you happy. You're not happy doing what you're doing. There's just this belief that if I do this, I'm going to manifest the money. If I take action towards this, I'm going to manifest the money. And it's based on something that happened in the past. It's based on something that you're basing in the past. Like, you've seen somebody else do it. You see how they feel about it. You see how happy they are about it. And you're like trying to mirror that, you're trying to be that, and it's not working for you. Why? Because you guys are you're not dealing with this depth. There's a deep energy that needs to be felt. There's a deep emotional healing that needs to happen here. And a cycle that continues to happen time and time again. We've got the moon and the 9 of cups coming out on the bottom of the deck. It's like you guys are trying to manifest your happiness, but not dealing with the internal turmoil that you guys are going through. I don't think you have felt whatever it is that puts you in this energy. So whatever it is that forced you into doing this, you guys have not felt it. You've internalized it, and in internalizing it, you guys are allowing that to be the push forward, like, and that's why you guys feel like you're a failure, because you're not where you thought you should have been. You're not a failure. Even if you're not where you thought you should have been, that doesn't mean you're a failure. Okay, none of that means you're a failure. You guys are blocking yourself off from creating something that's financially stable because you guys are so much in this energy of not seeing your own truth, of blocking yourself from your future. It's like being present but not being present. You're only present because you're thinking in the past, and this moment is being molded by what you experienced from the past. And there's a lot of, like, you're not being creative, you're unsure. There's this energy of feeling jealous. There's this energy of feeling spiteful. And it's like, that's all I want to manifest. I just want to manifest this one thing, money, so that I can prove people wrong. It's not even, like, there's no energy coming through here of saying it's for stability. It's not for your stability. It's like, basically you're saying, oh, I just need to manifest money so I can pay off this car that I got that we were talking about earlier. Again, this is just an example, guys. Take it as it resonates, okay? And I wanted it to be more positive than this, guys, but I have to say what is coming out, okay? I can't not say what's coming out. I'm not going to say what I think you want to hear, because that's not going to help you heal, okay? So you're just saying, well, I just want to manifest, I don't know, say $10,000 so that I can pay off the car. But think about it. If you manifested $10,000, your first thought would be, what do I want that I don't have that I need? And you would end up spending that $10,000 on stuff that is irrelevant, and you would never pay off the car, and you would be right back where you are, because there's this energy of just doing it so you can appear a certain way. Again, this could be very subconscious, and you need to face this subconscious energy, okay? 222 is coming out right now for you guys. It's trusting the process, trusting that everything happens for purpose, trusting that your heart got broken for purpose, even though that's difficult to understand and to process, okay? So, what makes what I offer special? This is interesting. It's peer pressure. You're only doing it because you're pressured by peers. Like I said, you had interference with family earlier coming through. And there's peer pressure coming through, and this is a completion for you. We have repeating messages coming out. You started with the world in reverse, and now we have the world in the upright here. So it's like you guys are trying to complete this cycle, but it's like the cycle is overcoming the fact that you've been pressured by your peers. Finding your own luck in life, finding your own balance in life, letting go of what others are thinking of you. You're seeing it from the outside looking in, but you're not. You need to be the inside looking out. You need to see how people are treating you. You need to see what people are saying to you. It's important for you guys to see the red flags that are surrounding you, because people are treating you badly, and every time somebody treats you badly, it's like you take one step forward, 10 steps back. And then things seem to fall apart, and then you're refocused on getting what you want, but you're still not healing the deeper energy that's coming through with that. So there's a need for spiritual growth here. And if it's not spiritual, if you guys don't believe in the spiritual, that is fine. There's a need for personal development. Psychology can help you out deeply in this journey. Understanding yourself is why this journey is so important. The journey of life is all about us learning to understand ourselves, why we do the things we do, and how do we heal that. It's all about coming into a place of being confident and courageous with ourselves and being okay with who we are in this now moment, and knowing that if we don't like a situation, it's up to us to change it. But it's not up to us to change it based on how another person views us. It's up to us to change it based on what's best for us, okay? I can't make that any more clear for you guys. Like, this is very interesting. It's like you guys are being guided to deal with this. You guys are being guided to find some sense of stability within you, but it's difficult for you guys to listen because you feel boxed in about how people view you. This fly, guys, this has never happened before. It's even on the reading before, no flies around. This dude just wants to be here. I'm gonna wave him away now because I'm tired of him being here. Go away, fly. That's what they're saying, though. It's like being persistent on trying to impress the people around you. Why are you so worried about what they think of you? Who gives a crap? Like, I'm sorry. It's like, you guys are beautiful in your own right, but if you don't acknowledge that and you're worried about being what everybody else wants you to be, you're going to spend a whole lifetime trying to impress them. And then at the end of the day, when you tell them, well, I did this because you said, they're going to be like, it's your life. Why did you do what I said? Like, they're going to wash their hands of it. It's not going to affect them whether you do or you don't. They're going to say something whether you do or you don't. Wouldn't you rather be enjoying your life and loving yourself, doing what you want to do, regardless of what they're saying, than to do what they want you to do and still they don't care about you in that way? Like, that's what it comes down to. And that's what's so important for you guys to find here, right? Balance with your own energy, balance with yourself, balance with your journey, balance with how you see yourself. Seeing yourself with the eyes of the divine, through eyes of unconditional love. I never said it would be easy. The steps are simple to get there. It takes practice and it takes time. It's not like you can't just say in the mirror, I love myself today, and then tomorrow you're going to love yourself unconditionally. No. You have to unravel the web of lies you've been telling yourself for years. And that's everybody. It's not you. It's everybody. Okay? Wow. The Queen of Swords popped out. Yeah, it's time for you guys to be completely honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself and doing what's best for you this time. Stop doing what's best for everybody else because it's never going to get you anywhere. Okay? What is your ideal customer? People who are rigid and impulsive and do the exact same thing that you do, right? I can't make that up. Your ideal customer, people who do the exact same thing that you do and not listen to their intuition. They don't listen to themselves. They don't listen to their creative energy. It's like you guys, when you figure out what it is that you want to do, you're going to become leaders in your journey. And you will make money at it, but it's first for you guys to put the money aside and to deal with yourself internally and find your happiness. If you guys hear noise, my dogs are with me. I keep them with me, guys. So just so you know, if you guys hear some noises, they're in here. There's 3 of them. So, but you guys are going to become leaders, and there's going to be some sense of guiding people. They're going to want your advice on things. They are. But the truth is that you guys are going to be dealing with people who are stubborn, just like you, not wanting to hear the truth. They want to hear what they want to hear and not the truth. So if you guys have made it this far, I applaud you. I truly do. It means that you guys are ready to hear the truth and you guys are ready to face what's been harming you all along, and that sometimes it's hard to realize that it's just our own self. It's not even about taking the blame. It's not, you're not the one to blame. It's just taking accountability for the actions that you give out at any one given moment, and that's including the actions that you bring to yourself. And sometimes that's just not, it hurts. It hurts to hear that. It's like, well, it needs to be everybody else's fault. But in reality, it's not. It's not. Yeah. You guys have an opportunity that's about ready to open for you guys to guide you on a new path. 3 is a very powerful number for you. But right now, you're just not seeing clearly because of your broken heart, a loss of hope. And you're being manipulative, too. I feel like the people that you guys are dealing with, you're trying to make them feel bad to get them to listen to you, give you empathy and sympathy. Again, and like I said, as an empath, our toxic trait is allowing people to treat us a certain way and not taking responsibility for ourselves. It's like we give everybody else our lives. Okay, I get it. I'm an empath. I'm a very acute empath. I understand how that is. But to take accountability for your life means to be super honest with yourself and say, like, okay, am I in this position because of this person, or am I in this position because I allow myself to be here? Right? And right now, your self-alignment for your business and career is because you're trying to prove something that doesn't even need to be proved. But you have an opportunity to open up a path that will bring you balance, and it will be good for you. There will be success. It'll be a new outcome for you. But you have to take accountability for your own actions right now, and that's definitely not easy. Okay, 333 keeps coming up. 333 keeps coming through. The fly is back, guys. I cannot make this up. He's just for you guys. It's like being persistent. I feel like being persistently honest with yourself is something that is so important in this moment and on your journey. And you guys have been dealing with depression. You guys have been dealing with upset. Maybe that's why you were drawn to the yellow, the cherry. You know, yellow is all about creation and being with your fire, your internal fire, right? Your solar plexus chakra, which is the seat of our soul. And that's about you guys connecting with your internal path. Well, your internal path is to be happy. And when you guys find happiness, you'll be on your path of purpose, right? How can you serve them? So this is actually really beautiful. It's by being a friend to yourself. It's like you've been tried and tried again, and you're, wow, okay. And you're learning to become your own best friend, and it's been hard. It's been hard. You guys have failed at being your friend. You guys have something unique that you want to try, but you're trying to control the outcome. And it's felt like a responsibility for you. And the new path is for you guys to become your own friend, and that's how you're going to serve them. You're going to find emotional fulfillment with this. And not only that, guys, I cannot make this up. The Tower in Reverse is coming out again. And the Tower in Reverse is on the bottom of the deck for you guys. That's you guys facing reality. It's important for you guys to face with reality, not just to cope with it, but facing it. Facing the truth of where you're at and what you put yourself through. It's been really difficult for you guys in this. And finding some kind of growth within yourself. Like, I feel like you guys struggle with the spiritual side of things. Even if you're an empath, you guys struggle with the spiritual side of things. And it's not necessarily about being spiritual. This is literally about you guys honoring and owning yourself. You know, there's this book out there, it's called Women Who Love Too Much. And it talks about women who will lay down their life for these men and women who don't love them back, you know? There's a story about this one woman, and she has a husband who beats her. And they go out and they get a German Shepherd. And the German Shepherd, one day, he raised his hand to beat his wife. And the German Shepherd attacked him. And it was only until the German Shepherd attacked him that he didn't realize what he was doing. So again, a subconscious act. You guys might be like, how could he not be aware that he was beating his wife? Well, it took an outside source for him to realize that what he was doing was wrong. And the outside source was the German Shepherd. But the woman was at fault because she continued to stay in that situation even though it was toxic and abusive and not fair. Right? And so that's the thing. It's like, at this time, they're asking, how can you come into a space of balance without having an outside interference? But the outside interference could be this reading. It could be an intuitive insight. It could be connection with source. It could be you guys learning how to study psychology to understand yourself, right? So again, it's just coming into that ownership of yourself and where you're at on your own journey, because the reason that's coming through is that you guys are staying in a toxic situation. You guys are still exhibiting those toxic behaviors, right? You might be like, but I wasn't in a situation where I was being beat. That's okay. You guys could be still in a situation where you're being manipulative and taken advantage of, and that's you guys still being your own toxic trait by still staying. Let me try that again. By staying in that situation, right? That's the thing. So it's like backing up for a minute and honoring the fact that you guys will become friends with yourself, and becoming friends with yourself, you guys will actually be surrounded emotionally by people who support you, but you're going to teach people how to face their own reality, the things that they don't want to face. So maybe you guys will help abusive people. People who haven't been successful at building their own lives. People who haven't been successful at manifesting what they want in their life. People who haven't been successful in general. You're going to help them. You know, like I said, I felt like in the beginning this had to do with finances. And I really do feel like that's coming back around here. It's like you're going to teach people how to manifest money in some way, shape, or form just by being yourself and being truthful and honorable to yourself. Okay? What do you need? What do you need in order to start to let go of controlling the situation and facing what's karmic for you in this situation? There's a karmic cycle that keeps repeating through here. Okay? Something that's very karmic by nature. It keeps repeating itself, and it's been keeping you in a maze in life. Wow, okay, that is way too many cards, Source. I'll take a look at them and see what they're trying to say. Okay, so yeah, there's an illusion that's holding you back because people are constantly cold to you and you're not sure about that. So it's making you feel stuck in a situation that you don't belong in, but you're staying stuck because of relationships. It's almost like you feel obligated to people. Like if you've slept with them. Wow, if I can talk. If you've slept with them or if you're friends with them, they're really bringing it back to being sexually involved with somebody here. And it's like you guys are in toxic relationships. That's what they're saying here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sexual relationship. This could be family. But that's affecting your connections, your relationships on the outside. And that's what they're saying here. It's like you guys are getting, stuck in a situation with conceited people, and you guys are empathetic because that energy is rubbing off on you. Let's actually get one. May I please have a clarifying card for this? Just one, Source. You guys are trying to control it, though, and there's a lot of fear and anxiety that's rolling around you guys right now. Like, you really are afraid of how people see you, but I don't think you see it that way. I think you just... You're afraid of setting boundaries. You're afraid if you say no to somebody, what are they going to say to you? How are they going to treat you? How are they going to act? You know what? If you say no, pile 2, and somebody treats you like shit afterwards, excuse my language. Please, excuse my language. I don't know how else to say this, though. But if somebody treats you like really bad after you say no and set a boundary, that's on them, and that's their problem. Their lack of following your boundaries is not supposed to be bad for you. That's a red flag for you to honor and to see and to say, okay, this is not working out for me. Yeah, because you're surrounded by a lot of negativity and instability, and that's the problem. Is you guys are very loving people. You guys have a lot to give, but I don't think you open up very much to people either. I feel like you guys keep things closed and within, and the reason you do is because you notice a lot of negativity around people, and you're naturally very positive and very loving and kind. And you guys do have a lot of love victories, but then all of a sudden things fall apart and you realize there's not a lot of stability in it. And the reason being is because you guys don't know how to set boundaries. You need to set firm boundaries. You know, like if you don't want to sleep with somebody after the first date, say no. And don't let them make you feel bad about that. Like, that is on them. If they can't handle that or honor that, you don't want them in your life. Like, that's not going to be a good situation. That person's going to be toxic. But when you set boundaries, you get to invite people into your life that are actually meant to be in your life rather than toxic connections and toxic situations, right? Because right now I feel like you guys have been surrounded by nothing but toxicity, and so when you actually choose to make a decision for yourself, it's always been based on how people have made you feel, and that's why it's so subconscious. You're not realizing it, and that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying this stuff to make you mad. I'm saying this because you need to hear it. Like, you need to hear that you guys are very much in this energy of taking on what other people feel about you, and you feel bad when you choose yourself over someone else. And you felt so bad in the past that it's left you in this limited mindset of thinking that it's like on your shoulders to make everybody feel better. It's on your shoulders to make everybody feel good about themselves. It's on your shoulders to make everybody feel a certain way. Hey, you have food. She just wants some scratches. So it's not fair to you guys. It's up to you guys to honor that, and it's okay to say no and to say yes to yourself. Mama, you can't fit through there, baby. Come here. Back up. No. You're gonna knock the table over. Come this way. Sorry, guys. There you go. She's trying to go through the table. Go lay down, Mama. And it's up to you guys to really honor yourselves. That's the thing here. It's about honoring self. There's this deep need to honor self here. You guys honor everybody else and their feelings, and I feel like you guys have dealt with a lot of narcissistic people in your life, and you've changed everything about yourself to serve them. Like, this could be you guys starting a business with somebody that you know isn't going to work out, but because you don't want to make that person feel bad, you guys are still doing it. And the reason you don't want to make somebody feel bad is because you have felt bad in the past, and you don't want to be the instigation of their feeling that way that you felt in the past. But there's that invites a lot of negative individuals into your life, and a lot of people who think that they can control you no matter what's going on. They think that they own you, and that's not fair. Nobody owns you. Nobody has a right to do that, but people will, because that's people for you. And are you prepared? I mean, honestly, no. We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse here. There's no balance in this energy. So it's like whatever you're starting right now, you're not prepared. I don't think that what you're doing is actually what you really want to be doing, Pile 2. I think there's this energy around that's saying this is what I'm supposed to be doing. They want all three of those. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, and you're exhausted. When it comes to work, you're so exhausted, like you're so tired, and people keep so it's like you've done something and you told everybody about it, and they keep asking you about it, and it's just like, oh, here we go again. They're gonna ask me about this again, and I gotta give them something. And so there's healing that needs to be done here. Again, with balance, we have balancing energies coming out. You need to find your own confidence. Yeah, and you need to let go of these romantic relationships that are keeping you guys stuck in. Oh, there's 4 cards here? What? Sorry, guys. I picked them all up, and I did not even see this one. I looked down, and there's another card here. Yeah, okay. Manipulative people. We've got the Emperor in the reverse and the 4 of Wands in the reverse. These are people who you get involved with that are manipulative and overbearing and rude and mean. And they, again, that energy, this is just confirmation for what I just said. These people think that they have a right to control your life, and you're exhausted, and this could be family, and that's not fair. So the energy here is for you guys. What's going to help you guys get ready is by healing yourself. Allowing healing and finding confidence with who you are, and allowing that confidence to really pour out and forth from you guys, but by setting boundaries. You know, we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is not afraid to tell somebody how it is. Like, he's not afraid to set boundaries. He's not afraid to be assertive, right? Wands energy is very action oriented. It's very assertive in life. And so, you know, the Emperor is ruled by Aries energy here, and it's like when an Aries is not in their right mind, they're very manipulative, very controlling, very overbearing. And it's like, then you have the King of Wands with Temperance, which is total Sagittarian energy. So we go from being cardinal, which is okay with beginning things, to being totally mutable, which is Sagittarian energy. And that mutable energy is very fluid and very understanding and very flexible. And so it's like they're telling you guys to come up out of this rigid energy, this I can only do things one way, and coming into a more flexible energy that's going to allow you to experience life in a much better way, in a much better light. Let's get some messages for you guys, and then we'll get into the oracle. I wish you weren't so exhausted, though. Like, I hope you guys find time to really rest. Like, and when I say rest, like, to recuperate, because to recuperate means to find time to really pour into self-love. That's reading, writing, journaling, feeling things, you know, finding time to work out. Let's see, what do we have here? They promise soul healing and not a life together. Guys, yeah, you guys have not been able to get into your life's purpose because you're with somebody that is keeping you held down like an anchor. And they're meant to heal you on a soul level. Yes, I love this. Coming into alignment. So as you guys heal this, you are coming into alignment. And I love that because this reading is all about self-aligned business and career energy, right? I love me. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. It's time for you to start loving yourself. Like, you have to love yourself. That's so imperative in life. Whether you're on the spiritual journey or not, that is imperative in life for you to grow and to develop these necessary skills. You have to love yourself. Time to relax, guys. I cannot make this up. Didn't I say it's time for you guys to rest and like truly get some rest? Like, not to be in this energy of go, 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 go. And I feel like you guys are going. So I want to get some advice for you, and then I'm doing things a little bit different today for all these piles. So we'll get some guidance from a goddess, angel, or a spirit guide. We'll get there, guys. So if please have some guidance for pile number 2, Source. Thank you. May I please have some more guidance for pile number 2? Okay. Yes. I cannot make this stuff up, guys. Just wait. Just wait. You'll see. May I please have some more guidance for pile number 2, Source? Whoa, that card went flying. On the bottom, yeah. Okay, so you guys need to start following your intuition instead of what people are telling you to do, and to build on your intuition. Okay, that's very important. How do you do that? In order for you guys to find independence, and maybe becoming single would be very important for you guys. You actually have to like go within and really do some soul seeking here and find out what's really been breaking your heart all along, and what's been causing you guys to not move forward in this life. And then once you do that, you'll actually be able to take action and begin again. It's like you guys will begin again on this journey, and it'll be scary, okay? But you'll know that it'll be driven by your intuition, okay? You'll know that it'll be driven by what it is that you've heard spiritually, or you've been guided to, and you guys will understand that you're listening to the messages that are meant for you, okay? And that's why this reading's been hard, because I feel like it's like you want to hear that you're doing the right thing. I know when I was in a situation like this, that's all I wanted to hear, and I just disregarded everybody else that said anything else, and it was really scary when I actually chose to do the work. And so if you guys have made it this far, I give you guys a huge round of applause, because you deserve it, and you guys have come so far on your journey. So let's get guidance, Source. What guidance will help pile number 2 along their journey? Okay, so we have Moses. Moses will help you illuminate your way, understand the power of faith, and create abundance. It says, ask Moses to teach you how to live a life of faith. Moses, show me the way of faith. Help me to feel the deep and abiding presence of the love in my life. Help me to relinquish control and know peace. Show me the way, guide me, direct me. May I have the willingness to follow the divine guidance I give faith. I give thanks. It says Moses had a close relationship with God. The turning point in his life was when God appeared to him in a burning bush and told him to go to Egypt and lead his people to freedom. Moses is often called the lawgiver because he received the 10 Commandments from God on Mount Sinai. Moses is a wonderful teacher about the power of faith, trusting the process, and accepting what is. And didn't I say earlier, number 2 is a very powerful number for you, and that is all about trusting the process and then accepting what is. Like, you can't change what's happened in the past, but you can change right now and move forward to the future. Okay? He was able to perform miracles because of his faith. He shows us what is possible when we have a complete commitment and unwavering faith. Moses led his people into the desert where God provided manna each day. He told his people to gather what they needed each day, but not to gather any more than they needed. Some people stored some for the next day, and in the morning found it full of maggots. Those who gathered a lot had barely enough, and those who gathered just enough had more than they needed. What about you? Do you sputter and spew? Do you trust the process inherently? Are you generous of spirit, or do you fear what may happen next? Moses can help you deepen your connection to God and have faith so you can move smoothly in the direction of your bliss. Okay, and it's not about religion here, guys. This is about understanding that when you guys feel like you have just enough, you'll have more than you need. You don't need to impress anybody. You only need to look out for yourself and what's yours. Okay, this is not about impressing anybody on the journey. You have to take care of yourself. And that goes back to what we said in the beginning about, I feel like you guys got a car and you're trying to pay the car, but you don't have enough money to pay this car. And so you guys are struggling and you have to make payments late just so that you can take care of your home, right? And that's that energy coming through. It's like you guys have to find balance in that and give up things that might not be what you thought. We have self on the bottom, masculine, feminine, and the all. Number 60, like I love that this is coming through again. 65, excuse me, which is number 11. 11 is spiritual growth, okay? Spiritual attainment, ascension, rising into a new place, okay? So this is beautiful because this is about you guys coming into a place of self-love, honoring yourself on this journey, understanding yourselves on this journey. I love that. Thank you, Circe. So quick. I love that. Being kind to yourself is very imperative here. Being honest with yourself is so important here too. And that's why I say, like, some of these readings are hard. Like, you know, I wish they were always positive. I do. I really wish they were always positive and always, you know, happy and fun-loving and free. But that's not life. Life is not always positive. Life is not always happy and fun-loving and free. Like, life is real, and it's difficult sometimes, and it's hard, and it's unbearable. But it's us learning how to deal with that and to understand. Go ahead, Mama, lay down. It's okay. The table might move, guys. She's going to lay down right next to it. So if it's moving, I'm sorry. She just wants to lay right next to me. That's what she loves to do. So there's this energy of needing to change. Thank you, Circe. House 2. Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. I cannot make this stuff up, guys. I can't. Look at that. House number 2. It deals with Taurian energy, which is all about our security in life, right? And so I feel like you guys are trying to build security in life, but not authentically. It's just because that's what other people have been successful at. And so it's like, oh, let me do that because so-and-so's been successful at that, or because so-and-so's done this, or because so-and-so's done that. You guys need to do what's best for yourself, and that's what's going to bring you guys success. Thank you, Circe. She feels and she knows, guys. I cannot make this stuff up. Number 22. We're going to read this one, but we'll get there. So we have waterfall, effortless. This is about you guys flowing with life. Letting things happen around you and not letting those things affect the way that you are or feel in this one moment. It's about you guys coming into a place of centeredness and knowing that you control how you feel in this given moment. Whether the world is chaos around you or whether you're in a place of unknowing, can you still stay in a place of centeredness and happiness and, you know, lean into that? Reliability, GOAT, number 10, which is actually 19, but it comes down to 10. Can you be reliable for yourself on this journey? Be the stand-in for yourself, being the one that shows up for yourself in this. It's like you've been reliable for everybody else on this journey, and you've done everything for everyone else on this journey, but can you be that for yourself? And that's not easy, right? That's not always an easy energy to come into. Oh, you got 2 of these. I can't make this up, guys. This is so crazy. Thank you, Source. We have cardinal energy. When I say Aries energy is cardinal energy. It's Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. It's instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. And when they're in reverse, they're very neglectful, abandonment issues coming through. I have this energy of manipulation, control. It's like there's all these really negative energies that are going with that. You guys could be a cardinal sign, but again, that cardinal energy is coming through. It's like you need to get beyond that starter energy and come into a place of truly being fluid in that neutral energy. So we have air energy coming out too. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It says open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Yeah, so you guys are learning to have an open mind here. You guys are learning to embrace newness on your journey, and I feel like that's scary for you guys. Number 7. 7's all about luck. It says the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. So no matter how anybody has treated you in life, everything in life is love. And it might not feel loving, right, when somebody's being manipulative to you, but It is for your higher good. It is for you to come into a state of self-awareness and to come into a self-strength. It's like that's the most important thing, and to let go of those memories that are holding you back. So I'm going to read this one too. It's Maple, number 47, which is masculine west, Jupiter and air energy coming back in. Jupiter is all about spiritual growth. Okay. So Maple says, I am Maple. My sap flows to provide you sweet syrup. Give to the world what you have to offer. Let it flow. Go with the seasons. I grow to be very old. Look around you for old souls, old friends, and old loves. Circulation is how my powers make prosperity a part of your path. I am sweetness. Yeah, you guys need to begin to enjoy the sweetness of life again. I feel like everything is so serious for you. It's like it has to be this way. It's very rigid, and it's like you guys need to just let go and flow. It's okay. Like, let go and flow. They talk about that in yoga. Can you let go and flow today? Do you need to let go and flow? And really it's like saying, do you need to vinyasa after every every sequence? Do you need to vinyasa, or do you need to, that's the flow part, or do you need to let go and just rest in downward dog? Like, that's a part of yoga. And I always talk about yoga because it's something I do, guys, but that's that energy. And so it's like, do you guys need to let go, or do you need to flow? And I feel like here it's like you need to let go and flow. And that's letting go by just saying, okay, I let go of the fear that's holding me back, and I flow into what's rightfully mine. Okay, so we're going to read this one. It says, an illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. Yes, this is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but more as a softer, gentler knowing. It is like like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. This insight will assist you, and you're asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. Therefore, you are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now and has just recently come. Gently but firmly from the place of knowing, intend to act. Take your next steps forward. This oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about a long-range or long-term development. Something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue, or moment is of importance, although you will only have a dim sense of that possibility at best. The situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are, how you are being helped on to the next stage of your path, even though it may look like an obstacle right now. You're being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. You simply must be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. Trusting the process, guys. Trusting the process. I cannot make this stuff up. And we have a peacock feather here, and peacock feathers are linked to good luck and fortune and prosperity. So you guys do have a prosperous time in your life. These cards are very, very expressive. And if you notice in here, she has a black eye, right? She has a black eye. And it's like she's been through really rough time, and she's been through a lot. And it's like she feels the pain of her past, and she also knows that the pain of her past is what's brought her into spiritual growth, okay? And that's very important. You guys have been through something that's been super rough. I did bring that up on your guys' reading about someone who was being abused here. So if you guys have been in an abusive situation, I am so sorry that you've had to experience that. That is not something that anyone should have to experience, but with that understanding, we learn to grow beyond that and see that everything has happened for our greater good, to make us a stronger person. You did not sign up for anything you can't handle, okay? I'm going to leave you guys with this one last story. There's this story that I read about a man who held a cross. And he went to God and he said, God, my cross is too heavy to bear. I need another one. And so God said, okay, I'll give you whatever cross you want. So he goes into this room that's full of crosses. And God tells him to put his cross down. And he says, you may choose whatever cross you want, son. I have the hiccups. And he spends all his time, he sees crosses that he can't see the tops of, that extend so far into the sky. He sees crosses that are really wide and heavy. He sees crosses that are really elaborate and humongous. And he kept looking and looking and looking, and he kept going, and finally, all the way in the back of the room, he found this really small cross, and he's like, God, that's the cross that I want. And God asks him, are you sure, my son? And he says, yes, that's the one that I want. And he said, but son, that's the cross that you came in with. The point of this story is that whatever you're dealing with, it's not more than you can handle. Okay? It's not more than what you were destined or designed to handle. You can handle it, and you can use that as fuel to give you strength in this journey. And that is what you're being asked to do. And I know that this was not what you wanted to hear, but I know deep down in my heart, I can feel it. It is what you needed to hear. And my love, whoever you are strong. You are strong and amazing and incredible, and you deserve the best of the best. Allow yourself to be that by doing what you need to get to the next level, and that's by loving yourself and taking care of yourself, okay? I'm going to leave it here. If this resonated with you guys, please leave me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I send out, my readings come out every Wednesday at the same, or every other Wednesday, every other Wednesday at the same time. So make sure you set that notification bell so you'll know when the next reading does come out. And just, if you guys do feel compelled to, leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from you guys, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here, but until we meet each other again, I love you guys. Peace out. Welcome, pile number 3 to your reading. This is about self-alignment, business, and career. So this is for those of you that chose the passion oil. This is going to be for you. Take it as it resonates, guys. Energy is fluid. I'm going to put on your oil here so I can connect with you guys. Your energy. I love the way this one smells. It smells so good. Okay. And let's see what's going on for you guys. This is about getting aligned with your business wants and your career wants. So I had to put my bangs back. They kept getting in my face. They were annoying the crap out of me. So that's cool. Whatever. Alright, so let me set this out here, guys. Wow, a lot of mental energy coming through here, guys. Yeah, like gobs of mental energy coming out. So you guys could be an air sign dealing with an air sign. You don't have to be. But yeah. So first and foremost, your overall energy is really good. You guys are in a position where you know what you want for your financial success. You guys are spiritually growing here. You guys are learning how to be a leader for others. You guys are spiritually advancing on your journey. I feel like you just recently changed something. And this is just about overcoming that underlying belief that maybe just kind of hanging on by a thread, you know? Hang on by the rails. Alright, so let's see what it is. We'll get to the bottom of it and see what's going on for you guys. But there's this energy of not being able to let go of something that's really deeply rooted for you guys. Let's clear out some energy here. I know it's loud, guys, but it needs to be cleared because there's some weird energy coming in for you guys. You definitely know what you want, okay? Like, you definitely know what you want in life. But your role and your purpose, well, right now you're in an imbalanced state, and I feel like your role and your purpose is to learn how to bring harmony and peace into your life and to trust yourself. To see yourself with eyes of unconditional love, to see yourself in a place of where it is that you want to be. So, like, if you want to manifest this certain kind of life, you need to see yourself in that life. And I think that's been a really hard thing for you to do. And that's your role and your purpose. We have already repeat messages coming out. Your guys' reading is ending in the number 13 card reverse. With the number 13 card reverse coming out again to clarify this first card, which is the 6 of Swords reverse. Yeah, you guys are having a hard time letting go of the way you see yourself. You guys see yourself in a certain light, and it's not a very good light, but I think it's been passed down from generation to generation. You know, we've got mothers and fathers, parents, grandparents, sisters, siblings, you know, cousins, aunties, uncles, whatever, but people have treated you a certain way in your life, and it has caused you to feel like your stability actually truly comes from not believing in yourself. And you're looking for approval from people. Like, you do have this neurotic need to be approved by others. Like, it's almost overwhelming, this energy that's coming through. Like I said, when I first began, there's a lot of weird energy coming through, and it's because you guys feel like you need to be approved by people. You need people to see you in a certain way. You need people to like you, and that's, I think everybody deals with that. Like, I don't think that's just a, oh my gosh, pile 3, that's just you. You're the only one that feels that way. No, like, everybody feels that way, okay? But you have an opportunity to grow spiritually here. Like, you have an opportunity to bring balance into your life. And once you do, you're going to see success. You're going to see something humongous come out from this, and you're going to be letting go of the things that no longer serve you. It's like going into a place of really seeing things for what they have been and what they were. I think you're going to start seeing yourself from this place of truth and honor and light, and realizing that you are worthy of what you want, no matter how a person looks at you, right? No matter how much people have given up on you, no matter how much people have been rude or mean or, you know, just not really human towards you. Because I feel like that's what's coming through here. It's like people have just treated you so poorly in the past. And that's been really hard for you to let go. But again, we do have that spiritual growth coming up on the bottom of the deck here. It's like you guys are going to overcome it. But this is your role and your purpose, is to learn how to transform that energy into fuel for your journey. And that's been really hard for you because you want people to like you. Of course you do. Everybody wants people to like them. It's not just you guys. So it's not like, you know, that's just something I think the whole collective deals with, because it's like we feel like if people like us, then, you know, we've done something with our lives. We've actually become something, and that's so far from the truth. You know, like, people like anybody for any amount of reasons, not because they're themselves. And so you guys have spent a lot of time not being yourself. Okay. Why do I want to start this business? So why do you want to start this business? It's because you guys realize there's a lot more to life than what meets the eye. And you guys realize whatever it is that you're doing, like, you've kind of gotten way beyond that. So maybe you guys have a 9-to-5 and there's something that's been eating at you to start your own business, and it's like you guys realize that that's where you're meant to be. You're meant to have your own hours. You're meant to determine your own life, to have things the way that you want them to be. Sorry, let me move I'm trying to find a good place for, there we go, that's better. I can't, already repeating messages. But you guys are fighting a karmic cycle of not believing in yourself. Like, it's like you guys are more concerned with the outside world than you are with yourself. Like, how do you appear to the outside world than you do to yourself? Like, what makes you feel comfortable? Not what everybody else wants, or not what you think everybody else wants. This is saying what makes you feel comfortable, because the karmic cycle here is that you guys keep changing things, but you want to do it for the others. You want to do it for everyone else. And why you want to start this business, you want to show people there's a bigger world out there. But you have a lot of passion and drive for what you do. For you, though, it's hard for you to move on because you've been so brokenhearted in the past with the 6 of Cups here in the reverse with the Ace of Wands. It's been so hard for you to move on because there's a lot of heartbreak coming through. There's a lot of upset. There's a lot of disbelief coming through. And you've given a lot of one-sided love, like whether that's in romantic relationships, friendships, and family. Like, you guys have given love to it seems like I've given love to all the wrong people. That's what I heard. I've given love to all the wrong people. And that makes you feel like you've fallen from grace and things have fallen apart. And you feel defeated, and you feel like there's a lot of toxicity in your life where you're like, maybe you have some addictions that you're overcoming or some energies that you're trying to let go of. But there is hope. You just have to take a leap of faith when it comes to your emotions and get beyond what it is that you're dealing with and get beyond where it is that you're at. But this is absolutely karmic by nature. It's a lot of negative energy that's surrounding you. A lot of low vibrational energy too. A lot of low vibrational energy. That's interesting. So, what would you like it to become? Guys, I cannot make this up. We have the 4 of Swords here in this particular space, and that's talking about peer pressure. Like, my 4 of Swords, okay, I don't read the Rider Waite. I read the French style tarot, which is Tarot de Marseille. And that talks about peer pressure, like being pressured by what others are thinking of you. Like, being stuck in this space where you can't grow because you feel like you're going to get cut. Like if you don't appear the way that everyone else sees you, that's somehow where you're going to find stability at. Wow, that is way too many cards, Source. I'm sorry, I'm not taking those. That is way too many cards. It's like where you guys think you're going to find stability at based on how people view you. And again, that's coming through really loud and clear here. And this has been turning your fortune. It's like letting this go, though, is going to bring you good luck. Okay, letting this go is going to bring you some sense of healing. You guys are connecting with your sacral chakra, which is your right to feel, and I feel like that's helping you get out of this mindset of feeling like you need to do what everybody else tells you to do. Or it could be that nobody's telling you to do anything. It's just that you have this feeling that people expect you to be a certain way, to act a certain way, to present yourself a certain way. Whatever it is in life, you're definitely passionate about it, but the thing is that in order for you to overcome this and to have your up and up, right? To come up from the failure of life or the downs of life in order to come up, okay? Because you're not a failure. There's really no true failure. It's just a lesson. But in order to do that, like, you guys need to overcome this belief, this mindset that you have to do what everybody wants you to do. Like, it's like changing yourself based on how people are. You know, and if you guys watched my intro, you guys know that's something that I myself am dealing with. And that's something that, like, I've been trying to mirror other people, like, trying to give these names to myself. And I realized that Source is just asking me to be authentic to myself. And what's my authentic self is just to be me. I don't need to be anybody else. And I feel like that's just an example of where you guys are at. You don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to become anybody else. You just need to find who you are. And who are you? Like, that's not an easy question, but it is a question nonetheless that you should ask yourself to find clarity on the situation. And so it's like, what do you want it to be? You want it to be successful, right? You want it to be super successful. But right now, it's like you're judging yourself based on you not being authentic to yourself, right? You definitely want there to be fortune that comes from this. You want there to be good luck and goodwill that comes from this. Absolutely, who wouldn't? But you're judging yourself. And your judgment comes from being so brokenhearted. Again, we have that broken heart. We have the Ace of Cups here in the reverse. And it's like, once you guys find balance between confidence and love, the love that you give, like realizing that you don't have to go 1,010% when somebody new comes into your life. You don't have to give so much love when a new person comes into your life. You just have to give what they give. If they don't give you a lot of love, then you don't have to sit there and trying to give them a lot of love either. Sorry guys, hold on just a second. Okay guys, so yeah, you have a lot of love to give, but the purpose of it is learning how to be confident in the love that you do give while not expecting anything in return, all the while not overgiving so much that you guys are depleted. And you guys will learn how to do this. Like, you will have success in doing this, but that's what your purpose is coming down to. It's like, you want success, but the success comes from learning how much to give. Like, instead of overgiving so that you guys are depleted, you give what you can, and you also refill yourself too, right? That's very important here. So let's see, what can you offer to the outcome? I need a clarifying card for this because this doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think I know where they want to go with it. I just want to clarify where they're going with it. So please have a clarifying card for this. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So really what you can offer to the outcome is changing, like, seeing things differently, completely different. Like, you guys have this currently, okay, this is a current energy coming through, or this could be a past energy that you guys have overcome. It's like you guys have seen it from one way and one way alone. And in that way, it's been skewed, and you guys have been stuck in a situation where you couldn't move, and it was always because of how people felt, or how people viewed you, or how you thought people viewed you. And that's not the case at all. It's like there's this energy coming through of you guys needing to learn how to heal, and this has actually been a very addictive energy for you, and this actually feeds into the victim mentality of poor me, why me, like everybody does this to me, everybody does this to me. Hold on just a second guys, my apologies. I have my dogs in here with me, guys, so they're always around me, so thank you for your patience. If you guys hear anything, that's them. One of them's chewing on a bone now, so. But yeah, there's always been this energy around you. It's like you don't mean to play the victim, but it's like it just kind of comes out that way, like, oh, well, so-and-so did this to me, like, and it's like trying to get people's opinions, but at the same time, it's like when people give you their sympathy, you feel better about yourself. Rather than being able to come from a place of strength and knowledge and clarity of saying, this is how I want my life to be. And that's what you're bringing to it. It's like, what can you offer to the outcome is honestly seeing how you see things now and allowing yourself to change and allowing yourself space to embody what it is that you're meant to be. Look, we have the Ace of Swords on the bottom. That's true. Because right now there's this impulsive energy that's coming through and superficial energy that's coming out. And you're going to overcome that. Like, you're going to overcome this superficial energy of being repulsive. What's the word that I'm looking for? Impulsive. I'm sorry. Not repulsive. It's impulsive. You guys have been impulsive towards this superficial energy, thinking that you had to be something that you're not. And you guys are going to overcome it. You're going to persevere and be successful. Yes, you're going to be successful with the 10 of coins there. Yeah, you guys are going to overcome this, but it all comes down to you changing how you view the situation and healing that, healing your mindset. This really comes down to healing how these old patterns, these are old patterns that come from a long time ago. These are old patterns that arise from childhood. These are old patterns that are very deeply set in your subconscious that just take a long time to come out. It's not that you guys haven't done healing. I definitely feel like you guys have been doing healing, you know, for the Pope and the Queen of Coins to come out on the bottom of the Chariot. There's definite healing coming through here. However, healing is a lifelong journey. Like, we're never going to be perfect. We're never going to be completely healed. Like, it's like you heal one thing and then you realize, oh, there's another thing that I got to work on. And that's not to discourage anybody. That's truly just the honest way of life. That's truly how it is. You just always will have something to heal, and that's okay, because when you heal it, it means that your children don't have to heal it, or if they have dealt with it, you can help them heal it, right? That's what it comes down to. And so this is saying that you don't view yourself in a very high way. It's been karmic for you guys not to see yourself in a high light and in unconditional love. And so this is helping you guys come into a space of seeing yourself completely different than you have before, and honoring that and seeing yourself from a space of unconditional love, which is a beautiful place to come from. What makes what you offer special? So, this sounds strange, but what makes it special is because for so long you refuse to see it. That's what makes it special. It's like, for so long you refuse to see yourself this way, and then when it happens, you kind of like get this clarity of like, oh, that's all I needed all along. And that's what makes it so special. That may seem kind of like weird, but at the same time, that's really what it is. It's like you were so stubborn in seeing yourself. It's like maybe you could teach people to see this, but it wasn't being authentic, you teaching people, because you weren't seeing yourself that way. And then what happens is when you see yourself that way, it becomes so authentic to you that people are like, oh, like they actually get to watch you change. They get to watch you alter the way that you've seen yourself. And that's what's so beautiful here. And that's something very special that you bring to this. Let me get a clarifying card for this. Okay. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to have success at this. Yeah, because of judgment, right? Like, so we have justice in the reverse here. And that's bigoted assessment. And being a bigot means that you're judging others for something that you yourself do. You know, I used to have this friend, and he would say, I get mad when I invite people over because I always want to tell them to stop doing something, but I know that I don't have space to tell them to stop doing it because I do the same thing. Like, that's being a bigot, right? Because you're judging somebody, but you know you're doing it yourself. Most people don't realize that, though. Yeah, and really at the end of the day, it's like when you overcome that, what you're going to teach people is to be caring and kind and loving and honest to themselves, which brings a sense of completion, but it also brings a sense of success and realizing that you've been on a positive path all along, that this is just time consuming and it does take time. You know, I'm tired of people saying you can manifest things in 24 hours. There are some things that you can manifest tomorrow. But changing your mindset and your life, no, that's not going to happen. You're not going to change that by tomorrow. You're not going to change that in 48 hours. Like it takes, think about it, you spent your whole life being mean to yourself. You spent your whole life judging yourself. You spent your whole life expecting something from yourself that you couldn't give yourself. And you think that that's going to change overnight? No, it's not. It's not going to change overnight. It's going to take some time. And so whatever you want when it comes to your business, whatever you want to manifest, has been really hard for you to manifest it because you're kind of mean to yourself in a way and not seeing yourself from the eyes of unconditional love. And that's what's keeping you out of alignment. So if you're trying to manifest extra money, the only reason that you haven't manifested it yet is because you don't think you deserve it. But you do. And there's going to be something that happens along this way that's going to skew your perspective from what you've seen all along. Like maybe you've looked at yourself as not worthy, and then something comes up and you're going to be like, why? Why am I not worthy of that? And then it's like going to be in that moment that you're all of a sudden going to see something about yourself, and it's going to be honest and true, and you're going to be able to explore that and to grow from that. Right? Sorry, there's a fly right here, guys. He's been here since pile 2, but in pile 2 he actually crawled across the camera. It was really weird. Okay, so let's see. What is your ideal customer? People who are healing themselves. People who are doing the same thing you're doing. Like I said, I feel like you've done a lot of internal healing and you've really worked on your self-worth. And it's just like peeling back the layers of an onion. It's like as you get deeper and deeper into it, there are things that you're like, oh, I never realized that that's what I was dealing with. I never realized that that's what I was experiencing. And that's what they're showing here is your ideal customer is actually somebody who's been through the exact same energy type things as you've been through. And that's beautiful. People who are going to trust you. People who are going to see what you have to offer. People who have dealt with very toxic situations. People who've dealt with devil energy. That's another thing too. Like I have an angel and a devil here. And I feel like you guys are going to attract both really positive people and really negative people. And that's something that Source wants me to warn you of. Because like if you guys are getting people who are rude and ruthless, like don't take it personal. Because that's just a part of this. You guys have a very bright light. You guys are very intuitive. But this energy of people who have done you wrong, like people who have left you romantically frustrated, brokenhearted in the past, and it's like you've learned how to trust your intuition, but it's hard for you to actually cope with and face the reality of what it is that makes you happy and fulfilled. And that's what's coming through right now. And I think that helping people is something that really makes you feel fulfilled, and you know that. But it's like dealing with how to get there and see yourself as worthy as a teacher, as worthy as an influencer, as worthy as somebody that can help others, a healer, whatever it is that you want to be. You want that. You know that's what you are. You know that's your calling. You know that's who you're meant to be. 222 coming out right now, guys. Actually, it was 2222, okay? So 4 2s coming through here. It's like trusting that process of who you're actually meant to be. You do know that, but at the same time, you don't see yourself as someone worthy of giving that away, as giving that to people, or being, it's like basically, why would people want to follow me? Or like, who am I? You're you. What more do you need? You're you. Right? And you're meant to lead people here with the Pope on the bottom. You're meant to be some sort of spiritual leader, some sort of healer, some sort of person who inspires people. People are going to reach out to you, but in that turn, you guys are going to shine so bright that you may get both sides. You may get people who are really, really happy about you doing what you do, and you change their lives and you help inspire them to help themselves, but equally so, you guys may call in people who are ruthless and people who are mean and want to discredit you for what it is. And I feel like you've dealt with this so much in your past, these kinds of energies, which is why you don't see yourself from a very high perspective or from a very high light or from very high unconditional love. You guys definitely put conditions on what you do in your life. It's like if you guys work out and you miss a workout day, you spend all the next day beating yourself up rather than seeing how far you've already come. Right? And that's just something that needs healing. That's just something that you guys can focus on and say, you know what, maybe I missed a day, but that doesn't discredit everything that I've done up until this point. Right? But you guys are learning how to trust your intuition, but what's been really hard for you guys is facing reality and facing what really makes you happy, like what really brings you joy. And that's what's going to bring you into a leadership position and showing people how to care for themselves and love themselves. But it's all about balance. And again, it's interesting because we have mirrored numbers here, right? We have 8 and 8 coming through. 15, which is 6, and then 20, which is 2, 8. And then we have 6 and 2, which is 8, which is 6 and 2, 6 and 2. It's like you guys are, this is like a mirroring journey. Like there's somebody that's mirroring this back to you, which is why this is coming out. That's interesting. Ultimately, though, at the end of the day, this does come down to perspective. I feel like before you guys would have let these devil energies really weigh on your heart. And there's going to be something that comes through where you guys are learning how to heal that part of yourself and be like, you know what, whatever they say is what they say. They're not going to be able to hold that over you anymore. It's not going to be you holding it over yourself, too, and trying to please people and trying to be who they want you to be. But you guys are going to attract the broken. Like, you guys are going to attract the broken and the ones that are truly healing themselves. Like, it's interesting because I feel like you guys are going to inspire people who are in devil energy to become, like, healers themselves, of themselves. Like, they're going to learn how to heal themselves through you. Like, you guys are going to inspire them so much, but it comes through with you guys learning how to change the perspective on how you see yourself and letting yourself unravel into this beautiful individual that you are. You really are a wonderful person, and you do have a beautiful energy. Like, I'm really glad that I get to do this reading, even though it's, like, not super, super positive. It is positive. It's just talking about that mindset that you have about yourself, and they're very clear about this. There's so many air cards out on the table. It's kind of absurd. We have Libra, we have Aquarius, and we have Gemini energy coming out all together, and we have repeat messages coming through. Okay? So, how can you serve them? Well, right now, you are in this energy of not taking care of yourself mentally. And so it's like, how do you save them is by becoming your own damn hero, saving yourself. Like, right now, there's this limited energy, this view, this mindset that's not seeing clearly. It's not seeing the truth of who you are. And so it's like, maybe you're rushing forward without seeing things for what they are. And as you're rushing forward, it's like putting you in this really awkward energy. And so it's like just honoring the fact that you are worthy of what it is that you want, and then saving yourself, like being the person who takes care of what are you. Again, I can't make this up, guys. We have the Judgment coming out in the reverse now. We had Judgment here and the upright, the card before. And this is talking about healing addictions and overcoming spiritual grievance. So it's like you guys have had a lot of upsets in your life. It's like you guys have trusted a lot of things and they've fallen apart. And it's like you're in this energy of not being able to do that right now. And so as you learn how to trust your energy and trust your intuition and to trust where it is that you're going, you guys are going to find some sense of purity in life. And that is also going to turn into you guys being able to just not even question what step you take. Like, you guys are going to be able to move forward fearlessly and courageously and be able to take part in your life. This is like being able to create the life that you want. This is you being able to do what it is that you want. This is you being able to make the steps necessary for you to inherit and create and manifest the life that you want. Yeah, there's been some sense of spiritual defeat here, like some deep sense of spiritual defeat. And I think with that, you guys are learning now to trust If it's your intuition, that's fine. If it's source, that's fine. If it's your guides, that's fine. If it's angels, that's fine. If it's your whatever, like your higher self, that's fine. You guys are learning how to trust that. And it's like with that, you guys are finding that you're actually getting spiritual help from the spiritual realm. I just heard there's a lot of mistakes. Like, whatever, it's like, even if you guys take a step in the wrong direction, it's still a step in the right direction. So, if you guys really think what you've done is a mistake, it's not. You've not made any mistakes. You've done exactly what you meant to do to get where you're going. Sometimes we have to make a whole bunch of left turns before we realize we're just going in a circle and take a right. Like, that's just a part of the process. We might not realize it until we get there. And that's what this journey is all about. There is nothing you can do that's wrong. You have to realize that there's no wrong step, there's no wrong this, there's no wrong that. It's just sometimes taking a step in what you would consider the wrong direction is actually a step in the right direction. I feel like your guys' reading is going a little bit faster than everybody else's. This fly is obsessed with my camera. I don't know why. Go away, fly. Being persistent. Just keep being persistent. Just keep shooting for the stars and you'll land. What is it? I always say this, shoot for the moon so you'll land among the stars. Like, that's something I say. So I feel like that's very relevant for you. Shoot for the moon so you land among the stars, okay? So what do you need? What do you need to start is to stop cheating on yourself. That sounds so random, but that's the truth. Like, I feel like you guys cheat yourself. I feel like you get your ideas ready and then something else comes up. So maybe you guys are ready to start self-practice and self-love. And then you guys go and watch TV. Or you guys set out a goal and then you're like, oh, that's too much. Like there's just this energy of not being able to spiritually fulfill yourself. And you guys just need to find something that's very fulfilling for you. And stick with that one thing. So it could be meditation. It could be yoga. It could be Tai Chi, it could be singing, it could be art, it could be anything like that, writing. And just stick with it. It's not easy. It's just simple. And that's the thing, I feel like you guys definitely have this energy of getting where you need to go and making a plan to get there, but then something falls through and you don't. And balance is so important. Again, we have balance coming out. Yeah. When you guys learn how to grow beyond this energy and change your perspective on this, you guys are actually going to become very successful. And we have the King of Coins coming out clarifying this, and that's what it's like. You guys have this opportunity to grow and to become the stability in your life, and it all has to do with stop cheating on yourself. Like, it sounds so weird, but it's the truth. It's like you guys don't give yourself enough time to do what you need to do, or you guys cheat your time on yourself. Like, that's, like I said, like maybe you got everything planned out and you're like, I'm gonna do this, and then instead of doing it, you go and you watch Netflix, or you go and you play on the computer, or you spend all the time on Facebook or whatever. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, stop doing that stuff and start focusing more on your goals and where it is that you want to go, and really put the work towards that. Even if it's just adding one thing for this month, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's just, can you add one thing that's taking a step towards what it is that you're meant to be doing? Confident, self-stabilizing energy. This is you guys being self-providing and just truly in this place of like boss energy, right? That's what brings you happiness. That's what brings you real happiness. We have the Nine of Cups here. Taking care of yourself. Taking care of business. Right? Like, that's the song that's coming through. You guys might want to check out the lyrics, but yeah, you guys have so much energy wasted on fighting people and thinking that you're gonna somehow change them and heal them. And it's like, see, that's the thing. You guys spend so much time focused on other things and other people, thinking that you're going to heal them and you're going to bring them into clarity and you're going to bring them what they need. It's like, you guys are the pile that knows how to heal everyone else, but don't heal yourself, okay? It's alright. It's just a lesson that we learn. It's something that we all have to go through in order for us to get to the place that we're going. And that's a place of self-love. Learning that self-love isn't selfish, right? My self-love, what is it? Self-love ain't selfish. My love runs supreme. You know this. You felt that. Okay? Like that's the thing. It's like you guys are really loving beings. You guys are really kind and caring and compassionate. And you guys give that love away freely. Right? You give it away freely, and you give away way too much. And, you know, it's like this could actually bring you into a place of once you really buckle down and take the next step, you guys could come into a loving relationship, because we have the Queen of Coins up here with the King of Coins and the Pope energy, that's commitment. So you guys could bring yourselves into a commitment. It doesn't have to be a love commitment, okay? But it's going to be like some sort of commitment where there's equals, right? Like you're equally changing lives, and you're changing your own lives, and you guys are healing, and you guys are doing something wondrous with each other. And so it's like this energy of being able to overcome and to let go and to be free with yourself. And I feel like you're getting there. Like I do feel like you're getting there and you're realizing it. There's going to be something that happens that make you guys realize this. Let me ask that. What's going to happen for pile 3 that's going to make them realize this, Source? What's going to happen for pile 3? You give me a card that's going to tell me what's going to happen for pile 3 so they can realize who they are. Because I think that's the thing. Like, you guys just don't realize who you are, how special you are, how unique you are. And it's not to discredit anybody else. It's just that we have to see ourselves as special. Every one of us. Because we're all special and unique and beautiful. But if we go around thinking that we're normal, or that we're supposed to fit in, or that we're supposed to see things a certain way, we limit ourselves, right? By finding balance. With the 6 of Coins coming out, equal give and take. Like, I give you something, you give me something, but it's not like overly done. It's really truly just finding that balance. Like, I'm gonna give what you give to me. Let people come to you. I think that's the thing here, is that's what you're going to realize, is let people come to you, so you're not taking on responsibility for their love. You're not taking on responsibility for their happiness. You're not taking responsibility on for their lives, right? Because that's what makes you lose hope. Yeah, that is crazy. That's what makes you lose hope. It makes you feel confined. It makes you feel neglected. It makes you feel like people are taking advantage of your emotional energy. It's like you have to give what you get. It's not you give and then you get. You give what you get. So if people aren't giving you love, you don't have to return love, right? You can be kind and compassionate without giving yourself or overly giving yourself. And that's what the lesson is here, for you guys to come into this place of leadership with your business, with your career, with everything that's going on here. It may not feel like this is a career reading, but you guys are struggling financially, or you're not doing what you want financially because you don't feel worthy of manifesting the money that you want, when you guys are meant to be bosses. You guys are meant to have boss energy. So, are you prepared? Well, right now you guys are dealing with something that emotionally is leaving you catatonic and in massive grief. I mean, maybe you guys have just recently dealt with a death, and I'm so sorry for those of you that have, or if anybody has, like, I'm so sorry. But you guys are dealing with something that is leaving you grieving, and that could just be neglect. It could just be not feeling like you're loved. It could just be like dealing with past, right? Past hurts, past pains, and stuff like that. But it's like something that's really heavy that has made you feel. I heard unwanted and unloved. And the karmic energy. Sorry guys, my lips are dealing with like chapped lips or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you guys are dealing with this karmic energy, and it's overwhelming right now, and it leaves you in this energy of not feeling like you have enough energy to support yourself, or that you have enough time to give to yourself. And so there's a repeat pattern that's coming through right here, and it's like you guys want to cut it out of your lives. Like, you guys want to get rid of it. You guys want to overcome it. You want to find stability in yourself. That's absolutely something that's coming through here. But it's really hard for you guys to balance yourselves right now, because it's like, how do I balance myself when I'm constantly, that stupid fly, guys, I'm so sorry. That is a fly that just crawled across this camera. Okay, like, I don't know what his deal is, but he wants to be right here. So go away, fly. Now he'll go away. I don't know how that works, but now he'll go away, okay? But you guys are having a hard time dealing with the love and the grace that you need to give to yourself. And so it's like you guys are putting your energy out somewhere, okay? If this is your job, this could be somebody at your job, a coworker, this could be a family member that you're dealing with. You know, we didn't really get any clarifying energies on that, but I do feel like there's a person involved here. It could just be the work that you have to do. You guys have to put so much energy towards it that to balance yourself means that you have to walk away from some of that. And that's scary, because it's like now you feel like you're not giving your all. You're not giving 100%. And that's not true. That's not true at all. Sorry, I don't want... Go away, fly. We're done with you now. We don't need you around here anymore. It's over with. I'm ready to light my incense and put it right there. Oh, by the phone. So... yeah, you guys are doing something that's like back-breaking work. That's for sure. And so are you prepared right now? No. Like right now, it's like you guys have to heal this wound, this energy, so that you guys can become prepared. Because really, ultimately, Source is trying to bring you some kind of change. You know, with the 5 of Coins in the reverse here, it's like they're trying to bring you some kind of change. Some kind of grand... like I heard a grand entrance, okay? So I feel like there's going to be something humongous that happens along the way for you. This card wants to peek out. Where was it? Right there. Yeah, and you guys are going to have some spiritual development come through. And success, but it's overcoming superficiality with yourself. Like this is you guys overcoming feeling like it's your obligation to take care of this person, or it's your obligation to take care of this responsibility. It's not your obligation. You've just chosen to put that on your shoulders, and it's something that's very superficial, and it's not even real. It's an illusion, and it makes you appear a certain way to the people around you. So maybe it makes you appear to your boss like a hard worker, but you never receive anything for it. Or maybe you guys are taking on responsibilities of your coworkers, but they never say thank you. And so that's what's going on here. It's like you guys you have an opportunity to be super successful. You guys have an opportunity to bring in what it is that you want. It's just letting go of the idea that it's your responsibility to take care of whatever circumstances are in your life right now. Let's get some channeled messages. Source, may I please have some channeled messages for pile 3? Okay. Something large looms near. Didn't I say that? Like something big, a grand entrance is coming. So we have something large looms near, and that's really what the 5 of Coins talks about in the reverse. It's like something humongous is about to happen, okay? So it's like as you guys transform and you allow yourselves to transform and really go into why you feel like this is your responsibility, whether it's you made a commitment, but you know what? Sometimes commitments change. You know, people are like, let your yes be a yes. It's like, okay, you could say yes today, but that yes could turn into a no in a couple of weeks because it's just not meant for you, right? That's life. That's being human. It's not... okay, like, people have a hard time when people don't stick to their commitments, but sometimes sticking to the commitment is worse than just saying no, you know? When was the last time you laughed? Yeah, I feel like that's important for you guys to laugh, to be playful, to love yourselves truly, and to have fun with yourself. Okay, binaural beats, yeah, so it's important for you guys to listen to frequencies. I have frequencies playing in the background. You guys may have noticed a change in your attitude when you guys came on the reading, because that helps. Like the frequencies will help you guys heal. And so I feel like you guys need to listen to frequencies that are letting go of negativity and self-doubt. And that's actually what's playing in the background, which is so weird. Children involved. Okay, so maybe, yeah, maybe that's what your responsibility is children. I heard somebody's a nanny. So if somebody's a nanny, maybe it's like you feel like you're giving up on the kids because, you know, like you took this and that was your obligation was to take care of the kids, and now you don't want them to go back to whatever it was that they were having, or to have to struggle in order to find a new nanny or something like that. And if it's not, then that's just something you guys can use as an example for where you're at. But for children involved, maybe that's a thing. Maybe it's hard for you guys to walk away from the person that's doing this because you're closely involved with their kids. Let's get some guidance for you guys. There's the Queen of Wands coming out here. Okay. Let me get some more, guys. Something so much about following your intuition here is coming through. Okay. Thank you. The Four of Wands, finding your happiness. It's interesting. I really felt like that card was going to come out, and it depicts kids. On this particular card, it depicts kids. My Four of Wands does not talk about a happy home, but this particular one, it depicts a happy home and finding happiness, and so that's what. And it has kids involved too. So yeah, there's definitely kids going on here for you guys. Maybe it's because of the person you love. Maybe you've done all this stuff for the person that you loved and it's just not working out for you. And it's like, that's been really hard for you guys. With the Queen of Swords, yeah, there's truth to that. So for some of you guys, that's what's going on. Eight of Wands. Okay. So for you guys, it's about finding comfort. Okay, it's about finding comfort and being bold. And finding your home wherever you go. And learning to walk in your own truth. And I feel like this is definitely, with the two queens coming out together, it's about finding powerful feminine energy here. Like, this is the fire queen and we have the air queen, and that's very powerful energy coming through, right? The energy to transform. Winds of change, right? That brings in the change of the season. And then you have fire, which can completely demolish the world just to start anew. And so I feel like that's what it is. It's like finding home in the power of the energy that you have. And that's your guidance, is to see things clearly and to offer yourself a chance at being happy within the world by finding your comfort at home. You know, you look at this Eight of Wands and it's this bird that's like building this nest. It's like, that's what they want, you guys. With the Four of Wands depicting a happy home, right? And these kids in the back and like celebration, and there's like this village back here. It's like you guys are trying to, it's like trying to find balance again. Okay, that's what they said. So they said something, I couldn't hear it the first time. So it's like they want you to find balance. It's like finding balance in the happiness in your life instead of being so serious all the time. I feel like you guys are very serious. You know, and the Queen of Swords can depict somebody who's very cold and distant and really like rude, right? And they want you to take on the other aspects of that, just being honest and forward. It's not a bad thing to be forward. Like, if somebody's doing something you don't like, say it. Say, I don't really like that. Like, I'm not okay with that. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. That's okay. If somebody gets mad because you're choosing yourself over a situation that makes you uncomfortable, that's on them. That's not on you. But this is really talking about finding comfort and making home with wherever you go, and find that really strong feminine strength. Okay, let's get some guidance cards for you guys. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna do one other thing here. We'll get some guidance from the angels, guides, and goddesses. Let's have some more cards for pile number 3, Source. Some guidance. Don't worry, we'll get there, guys. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, there's something about you guys taking time and really spending it with questioning yourself and what's going on with yourself and where you're at. Finding balance on your journey is so important here. Like, it's been really prominent throughout your reading, you know. I feel like you guys may see 6 a lot. If you guys see 6 a lot, that's part of your journey. That's part of your spiritual enlightenment. And that's the thing, like, 6 is the number of not only finding balance, but seeing yourself with eyes of divine love. We have Peacock on the bottom with prosperity, and release underneath that with Jaguar. Like, you guys are learning how to release the old to bring in prosperity. Just not easy on this journey, right? It's hard sometimes to see ourselves as worthy of the things we want to manifest, because so many people treat us a certain way, or they put us in a really negative light, or people don't believe in us, right? Like, it's hard to believe in yourself when other people don't believe in you. And that's hard, right? That's something that's difficult to process. It's like we want people to see us for who we are. And it doesn't matter. If somebody doesn't believe in you, then again, that's not on you, that's on them. What was I saying? It's important for you guys to play. And we have house number 5 coming up. Passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. I cannot make this stuff up, guys. That's great. It's like it's important for you guys to play with yourself. When was the last time you laughed? Okay, we'll get one of these and then I'll find out some guidance from the gods. Guides and angels. Let's see what comes through. They've been great messages. They've all been so resonating today and like confirmational. I love it. May I please have a sacred revel for pile number 3, Source? Okay, they keep telling me this one, so I'm gonna take it. Kept feeling it, vibrating. Having faith in the process is super important for you guys. Okay. So, what guide is going to help pile 3 along the way? Who do they need to hear from? What's going to help them along their journey, Source? Okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that one. I just didn't feel it, guys. Really? It's just because they're the same ones that came out earlier, and I feel like that's not... It's not a coincidence. That's just kind of, you know... That's not what they want. Okay, here we go. Like, it's weird. The energy that comes from it when I choose the right one, that's just how it is. Okay, so we have Padre Pio. And it's interesting because didn't I say that you guys might be dealing with the death of a loved one? And it does not have to be recent. This could be from the past, okay? But this is interesting. It says, heal from any type of wound or disease. Have strong relationships, connect with loved ones, dead and alive, okay? Deepen your spiritual connection, forgive, feel the presence of angels and guides, make wise decisions, and develop your discernment. That's so good for you guys. It says, when you wish to gain Padre Pio's assistance, place a rose at the base of a simple cross and expect great miracles to occur. Any request made with an open heart and a willingness to embrace forgiveness is sure to be graciously answered. He excels at helping you to see the true nature of your challenges. And that's what you guys are going through, is a huge challenge mentally, and so you need to find out what that is. He is a miracle worker, so call upon him often. About Padre Pio, he was born in 1887. Francesco Forgione wanted to become a priest from an early age. In 1918, while praying before a large crucifix, the marks of the stigmata, the wounds of Christ, appeared on his body, and he was cured of tuberculosis, but carried the stigmata for the rest of his life. They were said to give off the scent of roses. Padre Pio had many spiritual gifts, including prophecy and the abilities to heal, biolocate, perform miracles, levitate, discern spirits. He could go without sleep and nourishment, speak and understand languages he had never studied, multiply foods and drink. He was known to appear in confessionals all over the world, and his invisible presence marked by the fragrance of roses. He taught people to explore the underlying cause of their problems and then asked them to forgive themselves and others. Padre Pio died in 1968, and he has often promised that after my death I will do more. My real mission will begin after my death. The marks of the stigmata disappeared immediately after his death. That is so crazy. So again, that confirmation that you guys may be dealing with somebody who passed away, or you're dealing with the mental overwhelm of that, and that's why you guys haven't been able to move on. So I love this confirmation that's coming through. Also, just that connection that's coming through, being able to connect with them and to heal from things. And I feel like that's what you guys are doing right now, is healing mentally, and that's not been an easy journey for you. We have looked to your inner strength, number 11. You are stronger than you realize. And I feel like that's something that's so powerful for you guys, is it doesn't matter if people believe in you or not. What do you believe in? If you don't believe in you, then that's something that needs to be healed, and that's something that you need to deal with. I'm done. I'm done with your guys' reading. I can't. We have Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom coming out. Yeah, you guys are healers. You guys are meant to heal the world. Like, you guys are meant to have people come into your life that need healing, right? We had that come out earlier. It was like, what is your ideal customer? People who are already healing themselves. Like, you're going to bring a different type of healing to them. Something that's powerful, that's strong, that's filled with wisdom. I just love this. Connection, tarantula, number 13. Yeah, so there's definitely this connection that's tying you down, that's making you feel stuck and overwhelmed and like you can't go anywhere. And that's not fair to you. There's something here that's keeping you in a place of imbalance, right? And that's what's building on your stability right now. It's like building something on a sand foundation. When the tide comes in, it washes away. You guys give away so much to this connection that you're not meant to. And it's just asking you to let go of that because you guys have so much more to offer the world. Like I said, you guys are really special, and it's not to say that no one is special, but it's like you guys need to realize just how special you are. You know, with Padre Pio coming through with all the abilities that he has, it's telling me that you guys have more abilities than you give yourself credit for. And it's like you maybe rely on one, and really it's up to you to explore all of those abilities, or maybe 3 or 4 of them at a time, you know, like master those and then move on to the other abilities. Like, you have something so beautiful to offer life, and I feel like you guys know what you want to do. You know, you want to help heal people, and that's where your money lays at, is helping to heal people. But it doesn't have to just be from one avenue. You guys, you know, honor yourselves by exploring those other avenues. Don't cheat on yourself, okay? Don't make a plan and then cheat on yourself, right? We talked about that earlier, and that's the thing. It's like you guys make a plan, but then you don't follow it, and not following it is where you guys are falling behind, and that's okay. It's nothing bad. It's just acknowledging that and moving on from it. I love this. We have Gemini energy coming through, curiosity, intellect, and networking. And again, that air sign is coming through. You guys have so much air coming out in your reading. I feel like it's, again, with this fly. Dude, we do not want you here, okay? We don't want you around here. Go away. Go away. This is not your space. This is not your space, okay? You guys are meant to network and to be out of your mind. Like, you guys are meant to be more in your body and know that you guys are worthy of what you want. And then we have these beautiful butterflies up here, which is talking about transformation. Like, you guys are going through a transformation. There's this very transformative time. I feel like you're learning a lot about yourself, and you know, it's just honoring that and keep moving forward with that. It's hard sometimes. It's not easy to do these things, you know. Making yourself comfortable in your home, always where you're at. It's not your home, it's you. You are home, and that's the thing that you need to embrace and embody. So we have Amber coming out for you, which is masculine, the 3rd chakra, and water energy. Fluidity is so important for you. The 3rd chakra is your sacral plexus, which is the seat of your soul. And we're talking about business and career. That's your soul purpose, right? Of course it is. It's like our money comes from us being in our soul purpose, whether we believe that or not. That's really, if you're happy doing what it is that you want to do, or doing what you're doing, then you're in your soul purpose, because our ultimate goal is just to be happy and content. It says, I am Amber. I am the primitive fossil resin of our ancient tree brothers. I am down to earth, yet I lift spirits. You guys could be mediums. Now is the time to redirect yourself and concentrate on your personal powers, intellectual abilities, and we had intellect with Gemini, patience and calmness, ancient wisdom. Look, and we have ancient healing wisdom. Guys, I can't with you. And knowledge are attained through careful study and using my properties to attract receptive thought patterns. Look to your masculine side for protection, strength, confidence, growth, and development that leads to balance. This fly is serious, dude. I am the healing light of love. So yeah, you guys are healers, and you guys have something beautiful to offer. With number 6 coming out again with 51. 5 and 1 is 6. Balance is so important for you guys. And that's like, you know, what is it to have the work-play balance? I feel like that's something you guys need to explore. Like, play with yourself. Like, that sounded weird. I mean, you can do that if you want, but I mean, just like find something that makes you guys excited. Like, if you like to sing, you like to dance, you like to, I don't know, whatever that is, like, embrace that and do more of that in your life. I love this. We have what do you feel? Number 9. Yeah, you guys are closing out a cycle. I think you guys are definitely learning this. It is coming through. It will be here before you know it. Just keep working on yourselves. I think that's the most important thing right now, is to really work on yourself and where you're at. I'm going to read this to you guys. It says, there are many opinions around you. What did I say? People are making you feel stuck. Like, peer pressure is coming out hard, like very heavy right now. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? Again, how special you are keeps arising with Padre Pio. He's a very special saint, like, or Padre, right? Like, that's something very special. Like, what he had was very special. It was unique. And that's the thing. Like, you have to see yourself from a very unique aspect. How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you. Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. This oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. You have been thinking about which way to go with a matter of importance, and you have got a bit stuck in the logic of the decision-making process. Sometimes we have to accept that any path is a path forward, and if it is not the best path, we can change our approach later on if needed. Didn't I say so many mistakes earlier? Like, I kept hearing that, so many mistakes, and it's like, even choosing something in the wrong direction is still in the right direction. Like, we have that confirmed right here. Okay, if we are slightly off base with a decision, life will often shift and move to guide us back on track. We don't have to be perfect. In fact, there's rarely ever a perfect choice to be made. Just some choices that feel more heart-honoring than others. Sometimes we can only really know in hindsight if we made the best choice possible in that moment. At the time of decision-making, we only really have our internal wisdom to rely upon, and that is all we need. The oracle of What Do You Feel is telling you there is no need to punish or traumatize yourself with possible choices. Just make a choice. Just making a choice will set things in motion. The best way to catalyze the situation you are in and bring about healing change, stimulate your creative juices, and find a more inspired, energizing, and enjoyable approach to life is to just make a choice based on what you feel right now. Not based on anyone else's feelings, just yours. So ask yourself, what do I feel right now? And go from there. If you cannot relate to the need to make a choice between two or more clear alternatives, then this oracle brings you the message you are at a crossroads in your journey, and the choices you make at this time, even simply choosing to do things a little differently without much drama associated with the decisions, are powerful triggers for some great magic to enter into your life. Take a different approach to something. Be open to that which makes you uncomfortable, but could be exciting and interesting. Even small adventures will yield big rewards right now. It matters less that you do the most wonderful thing ever, too much pressure, and more that you simply take an action from your own heart. Open up to the creative magic of life, and don't worry about how it is all going to work out. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting out all the details, and you are not immune to that plan. In fact, you are a natural part of it. So just spending some time with your own feelings and know that all is going to work out perfectly. This is so beautiful for you guys. I feel like that is so powerful, because the whole time it's like you guys don't really see how special you are, and I feel like you guys are so afraid of making the wrong choice. You don't make a choice at all. Sometimes you're very stuck and stagnant in what you're doing, and so it's important to ask how you feel, because you guys have a general curiosity for life. You guys are very strong, and you guys are bringing change. You have very strong traits that you're bringing. Like I said, I feel like you guys could be mediums, and you don't give yourself a chance to explore that. You guys could have very strong healing abilities, and maybe you're not allowing yourself space to explore that. It's like you're thinking that you have to be what people expect you to be. You know, we have that peer pressure energy up here. Like, oh, you have to be what I think you need to be. No, that's not true. That's people wanting to live vicariously through you because they don't understand the choices that you're making. Don't worry about that. You make the choices that are best for you and move forward with what you have in your life, because that's how you're going to get to where you're meant to be. Start playing with yourself more. It sounds so weird, but being like a child, like having fun and doing things that are fun and thought-provoking and bring laughter to you because you need to laugh. When was the last time you laughed, right? It's like you need your confidence and creativity back. And how do you do that? You do that by doing things that are fun. You know, watching TV is easy, but being yourself is hard. So choose the difficult route, and you guys might be surprised at where you go. You guys are passionate about what you're doing. What you're doing isn't wrong. There's just something about where you're at mentally that needs to be tweaked just a tiny bit, and also bringing something else into it, I think, that is more your style. And you guys are going to be like, holy moly, I feel a lot better. So I feel like that's going to bring some kind of clarity to you guys. So definitely embrace that. And I hope that this helps. This was beautiful energy. I'm so honored to be able to connect with you guys. If this resonated, hit that thumbs up button down there. Subscribe to the channel down below. Set the notification bell so you always know when the next video does come out. But I am going to leave it there. And I love you guys. And until we meet each other again, bye guys. Peace out.